Go! No! Run! Run!
Prepare to embark on a spine-tingling journey through the hidden world of trail camera captures. From the ancient relics of dinosaurs to spine-chilling encounters with the mysterious cryptid Dogman, and even a jaw-dropping showdown between a goat and a kangaroo. These 100 incredible moments will keep you on the edge of your seat. Get ready to explore the eerie and unexplained, all caught on camera for your bewilderment and amazement. Enlightened Creature. In a mysterious place in Peru, a camera saw something very strange. It was a super bright light in a garden, so dazzling that no one could figure out what it was. A man who lived nearby noticed this strange light and got curious. He took a flashlight and went to the garden to check it out. When he got there, he saw something that looked like a human but was very strange. It scared him a little, but he took his phone and quickly took 2 pictures of it. But before he could understand what was happening, the strange creature disappeared. People in the town started talking about it. They wondered what that creature was and where it had come from. The pictures taken by the camera didn't reveal much, adding to the mystery. Then things got even stranger. The camera captured images of black helicopters flying around. People whispered that these helicopters were doing secret government stuff, maybe even hunting for mysterious creatures. The truth behind all this remained hidden, a puzzle that no one could solve. The once peaceful garden had become a place of mysteries, and the pictures held the secrets. This strange tale would be talked about for a long time, leaving everyone with more questions than answers. Mysterious mammoth skeleton unveiled. In a hidden, dark place, a mysterious video revealed something incredible. A nearly complete mammoth skeleton tucked away from sight, like a challenging puzzle. These bones belong to a massive creature that lived long ago, a male mammoth in its prime. Surprisingly, it had been buried secretly around 15,000 years ago, and no one knew why.
It was an adult male, probably in its 40s at the time of its death.
As we examined the skeleton closely, we discovered key parts. A skull that once made loud noises, a jaw that chewed ancient plants, and its impressive tusks. Some spine bones hinted at its enormous size, and scattered ribs had their unique tails. But the real puzzle was this: its limbs and feet were missing, as if they had vanished into the past. Alongside the mammoth, we found tools crafted by ancient humans, a plan for its neck, and 3 significant markers. It appears these ancient people buried the mammoth for reasons known only to them. Now, we stand on the brink of unraveling this mystery, much like piecing together a ghostly tale from the distant past.
A second line of evidence is this sequence of articulated neck vertebrae that we had.
Alien encounter? On a dark and eerie night at the campsite, something strange unfolded. The camera captured a rare and chilling sight, although the image was dim and unclear. The atmosphere carried an eerie, mysterious aura, sending shivers down the spines of those present. Suddenly, the operator spotted an unexpected guest, a mysterious creature seemingly alien. Its appearance created a stir, almost as if the very fire reacted to its presence. Panic spread as people scurried around, unaware of the lurking, mysterious figure among the trees. It resembled an enigmatic creature blending into the shadows. Then, in a swift motion, the alien darted away, leaving a trail of mystery. This was an unprecedented event, a puzzle that no one had ever encountered before. The alien remained an enigma, a mystery that begged for an explanation, leaving the campsite shrouded in an unsettling atmosphere of uncertainty. Cryptic creature in marine. The camera recorded a rare and mysterious sight of a creature in the marine. It was something very strange that the camera had captured, a scene of a fish that was very strange or doubtful. The fish in the ocean was not a normal fish. Its face seemed like a human face. It utterly resembled a human face. This was a very strange and cryptic creature that was found in the ocean. That was very curious or peculiar. How was it possible? It puts everyone near the ocean in doubt. It also makes people scared. Like, what is this creature? Is this something paranormal or not? However, like a normal fish, it also has fins or a tail, but it was not giving some cherish or normal vibe that its face is like a human. So it was a great deep mystery that dropped everyone in suspense and made everyone curious about what it was. It is still a puzzling mystery. Anyhow, it was very strange. Explorer got attacked by Yeti. In a mysterious forest, a brave explorer went on a big adventure with just a camera. They wanted to capture the unknown beauty of nature, but things took a scary turn. Suddenly, a loud roar broke the peaceful silence, and huge furry creatures like the ones from stories appeared. The explorer got really scared as they realized they were facing Yetis, those legendary creatures. The camera shook as it tried to catch casts of the scary Yeti coming out from the trees. The calm forest turned into a battlefield between the explorer and the wild Yeti. It was a super tense situation as the explorer fought to stay safe, and the camera recorded every scary moment. In this nail-biting story, it's hard to tell what is real and what is just a legend. People watching are left wondering if the explorer will make it out of the Yeti's grasp, or if they'll become a part of the forest's hidden secrets.
Господи! Ой ты, батюшки мои, боже!
Strange creature. One spooky night deep in the jungle, something really creepy happened. A hidden camera in the tall trees saw it all. Picture this. The moon is shining weirdly, and out of the darkness comes this really scary creature. You can barely see its shape, but it's moving in a way that is like a nightmare from a scary story. This creature crawls in a strange, unsettling way, like it's intentionally trying to give you the chills. The camera catches its eyes, and they have this weird glow that makes your spine sting. The jungle, usually buzzing with night sounds, goes silent, like it's either amazed or spooked by this critter. Every time the creature takes a step, it's like a drumbeat in the quiet night. It moves through the dark jungle so smoothly, making everything feel uneasy. The jungle, full of secrets and shadows, accidentally shows off this mysterious visitor, and the camera is the only one who saw this weird dance in the middle of the wild. The brown bear. One sunny day in the mountains, a big brown bear decided to rest and came to a friendly man. The bear had a mix of dark and light brown fur, and its eyes sparkled with curiosity. The man, surprised but not scared, looked at the bear with a grin. They sat together, enjoying the peaceful mountain view. The bear seemed happy, looking at the man now and then as if sharing the joy. Birds chirped above, and a soft breeze moved the tree leaves hard. The two pals made a special scene surrounded by nature's beauty. The guy, feeling calm, decided to share some nuts with the bear. He took them out, and to everyone's joy, the bear happily accepted. They sat together peacefully, creating an unexpected goodwill in the heart of the mountains. A story of harmony between a person and nature. Mountain lion screams. Deep in the thick jungle, a man sat quietly, watching and waiting. He held his weapon ready for any animal that might come his way. The air felt heavy with excitement as he anticipated a possible catch. Out of nowhere, a scary roar broke the peaceful scene. The man's heart raced and his eyes widened in surprise. Seemed to appear in the air, echoing the beats of his pounding heart. The jungle echoed with a loud roar of a lion, its powerful voice spreading throughout the trees. Fear took hold of the man, and he held his breath in suspense. In a panic, he looked around, trying to find where the frightening sound came from. The danger hung in the air. Every noise, every snap of a shoot added to the stress. The man, once a calm hunter, now felt like he hunted. The jungle, once a peaceful stage, turned into an intense story of survival, with a man right in the middle of it. Mountain lion killed the family cat. In a quiet place where people lived, something really sad happened. A big cat from the mountains called a mountain lion hurt the family's favorite cat. The person who owns the house was very, very sad and told the super sad story to the person on the news.
It's very heartbreaking, and to see your kids.
With tears in their eyes, they talked about the night when the cat, who used to play a lot, got hurt by the wild mountain lion. While telling the story, the sad person took breaks and looked really, really worried. They said how it felt like a big loss and how they could not do anything to stop it. The person on the news was nice and listened carefully, showing they understood the sad feelings. Other people in the area also felt sad when they heard about it. The person who owned the house shared stories about the happy times with their cat. It was clear how much they loved the cat, and the sad event with the mountain lion made everyone realize how life with pets can be sensitive and sad sometimes. Ghostly forest creature. Deep within the dark woods beneath the eerie moonlight, a scary scene unfolded. Two men visiting the forest found themselves in a strange and unsettling situation. It all began innocently enough, but a sudden feeling of dread gripped their hearts, making every step feel heavy with fear. As they ventured deeper into the woods, their flashlights cut through the thick darkness, revealing only more mystery. Their voices, once confident, now quivered with anxiety. And then, out of nowhere, it appeared, a horrifying creature, something not of this world. Fear surged through them as the creature emitted terrifying screams. Panic took hold, and they fled for their lives, leaving behind a world that had turned into a nightmare.
Go! No! Run!
The pursuit of the grotesque creature continued, a relentless terror that refused to let them go. This was a nightmarish encounter, leaving all who witnessed it in a state of profound fear. No one could explain what that creature was or why it lurked in the woods. It was a chilling mystery that would haunt their memories, forever etched in the darkest corners of their minds.
The fuck? What the?
Wild deer. Guess what the trail camera caught this time? A wild deer just doing its munching thing right in front of the lens. Picture this chill deer casually strolling in the camera's frame, totally clueless about the paparazzi moment it's starring in. It's on a mission though, not for fame, but for food. The camera catches it in the act, nose to the ground, probably hunting for the deer version of a gourmet meal. And get this, the deer is so absorbed in its quest for snacks that it's blissfully unaware of the camera playing nature's spy. No fancy poses or staged scenes, just a deer living its best woodland life. It's like accidentally catching your friend doing something goofy when they think no one's watching. Nature's got its own reality show, and this deer is the laid-back star. Not bothered by the hidden camera action, just another day in the wild munching and wandering, while the camera quietly captures the deer's tasty adventure. Owl chicks. One sunny day on the farm, a camera person sneaked through the fields, excited to see some special guests. Baby burrowing owls. With a camera in hand, they carefully approached the owls' homes, like they were stepping into a secret world. When they peeked inside, the little fluffy owls looked right back with big, curious eyes. The camera made a soft click, capturing their cute moments. The baby owls, not knowing someone was watching, played and made happy sounds, showing off their fluffy cuteness. The camera person, hiding behind a tall lawn, took pictures of the owlets' everyday fun. The sun painted a warm picture, freezing the moment like a snap. The little owls, not bothered by the camera, kept on having their playful day with the camera person quietly watching. In this quiet part of the farm, the camera person and the owls had a special connection, an unspoken promise to save the magic of their daily lives through the camera's lens. Deer in danger. Once in a big green forest, there was a deer with soft brown fur. One sunny day, he felt something weird, like danger in the air. His eyes got big and he sniffed around trying to catch any trouble. He walked carefully through tall trees and rustled leaves, listening for strange sounds. As he went deeper into the forest, the feeling of danger got stronger. The deer's heart raced and he heard leaves rustling and footsteps away. Scared, he ran fast through the trees, his hooves thumping on the soft ground. The forest turned into a green blur as he dodged through the trees, trying to escape the unseen danger. Branches touched him, but he did not stop. The deer kept running, following his instinct to get away from the lurking danger. Finally, in a hidden spot, he stopped breathing hard and heated. The forest was quiet. The deer, still a bit scared, took a moment to catch his breath before slowly continuing his journey through the mysterious woods. A giant figure. In the quiet mountains, a strange occurrence unfolded before the camera, casting an eerie atmosphere over the surroundings. The air grew heavy, sending shivers down everyone's spines. A bizarre and unsettling sight came into view, leaving observers perplexed. In the heart of the Rocky Mountains, a mysterious creature stood, its exact form eluding comprehension. A puzzle challenging anyone to decipher. Then along a solitary road winding through the towering peaks, the camera captured the presence of an immense figure. This being so tall that it defied the norms of human stature, transcending the bounds of possibility. The entire scene felt peculiar and instilled a sense of unease in those who beheld it. Questions arose about the nature of this extraordinary entity, stretching the limits of explanation. Yet as time passed, the mystery remained unsolved, leaving all witnesses puzzled and slightly unnerved. Even today, the true identity of this colossal creature remains an enigma, a profound and inexplicable riddle that lingers in the annals of the strange and unknown. Mysterious baby. In a spooky, dimly lit room, a tiny baby was playing all alone. But this wasn't just an ordinary baby. It babbled and giggled as though it believed someone else was there, even though the room was empty. The person recording felt a sense of unease in the air. This scene was not giving any good vibes to the operator. It is very uneasy. The baby seemed upset, crying out as if someone needed help. Nearby, there was a sad, broken chair. Then something odd occurred. The baby fell to the floor, legs flailing as if someone was causing it pain. The baby's cries filled the room, sending shivers down everyone's spines. It was a frightening, bone-chilling scene that scared everyone who saw it. Could there be something otherworldly happening? This video remains a puzzle, leaving us all wondering about the baby's fate. The air felt odd, as if it held hidden secrets. It was a deep, puzzling mystery that still remains unknown and puzzling. Aliens Mystery. The video showed something really strange and scary. It looked like an alien. The air felt weird, full of questions. This alien was like something from a mystery story. It looked odd and made people uneasy. Its skin was very pale, and it looked skinny. It gave off a spooky feeling. In movies and books, we often see aliens, but this video suggested they might be real. It was like a big puzzle. Was it really an alien? That's still a big question. It's a deep mystery that people are trying to figure out. This video might be proof that aliens are real, but we're not sure yet. It's all very exciting and puzzling. The video brought up a lot of curious thoughts. People wondered if it was really an alien or something else. It looked so strange and made everyone feel a little uneasy. The alien had really pale skin and was quite skinny. It gave off a spooky feeling, like in a scary story. In movies and books, we often see aliens, but this video made it seem like they might actually exist. It's like a big mystery that everyone's trying to solve. Could this be the proof that aliens are real? It's all very exciting and confusing. Skinwalker Mystery. The video shows a strange, mysterious, and unsettling encounter that happened at night in the grass. The person's attention is swiftly drawn to a strange pale creature in the video, which then charges toward the car.
Right there. What is that? Is that a buck? What is that? Dude, that's a...
Viewers were perplexed about its true identity after it flicked and took on an unusual appearance, leading them to believe it was a giant deer. In the video, a theory suggests it might be a skinwalker. Legends from the Navajo people describe creatures called skinwalkers, who can change their shape and have evil intentions toward people. According to Navajo legend, a skinwalker can transform into any animal and frequently perform dark magic. Some people think skinwalkers are real and commit evil deeds, even though many regard the idea as superstition. The Navajo people have stories about skinwalkers that have been passed down through the generations, and some people think that just talking about them will bring misfortune or indicate that they're there. The video also raises the question of whether the person who recorded it on their dashcam saw a skinwalker, or if there are other possible explanations for the weird-looking creature.
Right there, what is that? Is that a bug? What is that? Dude, that's a...
It heightens the controversy and mystique surrounding these sightings and the folklore associated with them. Eerie nighttime creature unveiled. In the dark of night, a camera saw something truly terrifying. It was a creature like a nightmare come to life. Its eyes glowed eerily like evil stars in the black night. As the night grew darker, a wicked, ghostly figure appeared. It was a scary thing with eyes that blazed like fiery embers from a cursed fire. It came out of the shadows like a spooky dance, and the camera captured this scary transformation. It looked like a web made of fear. This mysterious and horrible creature gave off a very old and bad feeling, making anyone who saw it really scared. It was like something that didn't belong in our world, a creature that was scarier than anything we could understand. On this cold night, nothing this horrifying had ever been seen before. It seemed to crawl out of the dark, and its evil purpose was hidden in its shadowy shape. It was a total mystery that left everyone who saw it feeling really afraid, like something very bad was about to happen. As the darkness took away the truth about what this thing was, the world shook with fear. Nobody could know what kind of evil was hiding in that terrible place, or what terrible plan this creature had for the world of the living. The camera had seen something no one should ever see, a glimpse into the darkest and most terrifying place. And the question remained, a mystery without an answer in the dark. Mysterious forest insect dance. Deep in the forest where the sun peeked through the leaves, a camera saw something strange. It was daytime and a group of insects circled a single stone. They moved in a never-ending loop, like a secret dance of nature. Each insect followed the one in front, almost like they had a special rhythm only they understood. It was like an invisible magic guiding them, a secret of the forest. Everyone watching, humans and animals, couldn't figure out why they did this. It was a mystery just like the warm forest breeze. People wondered what was the reason behind this mysterious performance. Some thought it might be an old ceremony, a way of honoring forgotten gods. Others imagined it as a tiny GPS system, nature's incredible precision on display. But no one could know for sure why they kept circling the stone. Some even thought these insects were messengers from another world, sending a cosmic message through their mysterious dance. A few believed they might be time travelers, repeating their loop throughout history. Whispers of ancient curses and magical stones filled the forest as people pondered the endless puzzle. The insects' dance continued. It was a never-ending enchanting show deep in the woods. The camera captured this timeless mystery, leaving everyone who saw it full of wonder and respect for the hidden secrets of the natural world. Mysterious woods creature. In the woods under the sunlight peeking through the leaves, a video showed something strange. A mysterious creature, all black and hidden in the shadows, kept its details secret. It was big and hard to see, like a ghost among the trees. People watching wondered about this mysterious thing in the woods. What was it there for? What was hiding under its dark surface? The forest, quiet and full of trees, kept its own secrets, making it tricky for anyone trying to figure things out. As the camera moved, the mystery got bigger, like reaching into your thoughts. What made this creature? Was it part of nature or something more mysterious? Its presence surprised and scared people at the same time. But why was it there, and what it wanted stayed unknown? Like a secret dance with things hard to understand. It became like a guard of secrets in the wild, showing that the woods hold many mysteries. The video only gave a quick look at what might be a bigger story, leaving everyone curious and puzzled. The daylight made the creature even more mysterious, each video frame adding more questions. The woods, usually a calm place, now had a hidden story. The mysterious creature stayed keeping its secrets and making people wonder about the unknown things in the heart of the forest. A haunted house. On a dark night, a camera captured something very mysterious and scary. The air felt strange and gave everyone an uneasy feeling. In the video, a strange creature appeared, something out of the ordinary. It was looking very haunted, as well as an eerie being. There was a creepy, haunted house sending chills down spines. Through the camera, a glimpse of a haunting figure at a window was recorded. The scene was truly terrifying. The creature was there, lurking at the back window of the building. Its presence made everyone feel uneasy. This haunted creature was caught peeking out of the building window. It was looking very scary and cryptic. The footage showed an enigmatic and unsettling scene. It's a deep mystery still unknown. Nobody knows what it was. Is it really a paranormal entity or something else entirely? It remains a puzzle waiting to be solved. Some operators define it as a paranormal thing, and some are saying that it is something else, like a bird or an animal. But it was not found what it was. Lurking entity. In the secluded heights of the remote mountains, a peculiar sight met the gaze of the camera lens. The person peering through it felt a curious blend of fascination and uncertainty. The mountains, once blanketed in a soft white coat of snow, presented a picture of rare beauty. Yet an enigma loomed. Amidst this tranquil scene, an unsettling event unfolded. The camera captured an elusive figure, a creature both strange and mysterious, a Sasquatch. This creature, often referred to as a Bigfoot, was said to be a towering being resembling a hairy giant human said to roam the wilderness of northwestern Washington. The operator recorded this unusual encounter, the Sasquatch striding alone through the snow-draped landscape. Its height towering and foreboding added to the air of mystique that hung about it. This was a discovery of great depth, a riddle that had eluded human eyes for countless ages. No one had laid eyes upon this elusive being before, making its appearance a momentous and eerie occurrence. The mountains, once a sanctuary of serene beauty, now held a secret that sent shivers down the spine, leaving those who witnessed it with a profound sense of wonder and a touch of trepidation. Terrifying paranormal video. This video really scared people. It showed some creepy things happening in a girl's room. In the daytime, she was playing with her dolls when one of them moved its head on its own. That was weird and spooky. At night, the girl was studying, but her papers started moving by themselves. It made her very scared and she ran away. Then, everything on her table started flying to the ground like someone invisible was throwing them. This made the scene even scarier. After the video ended, people were left puzzled and scared. They didn't know if the house was haunted by ghosts or if something else was going on. There were no clear answers, which made the video even more mysterious and popular on the internet. What's scariest about this video is that it taps into our basic fears. It reminds us that there are things in the world that we can't explain, even with all our technology and knowledge. It makes us question what's real and what might be beyond our understanding. River otter. One sunny day by the river, something strange happened. A curious otter popped out of the water, its shiny, wet fur sparkling in the sun. A hidden camera nearby caught the otter's surprise visit. When the otter saw the camera, it paused for a moment, like it knew someone was watching. The little creature quickly checked around, then zoomed away into the bushes. The quiet river saw it all, only leaving a few ripples where the otter showed up. The camera, like a quiet spy, recorded everything with its staring eye. Why did the otter come up? What secrets did it carry as it vanished into the bushes? The river kept its mysteries flowing calmly, making everyone watching feel curious and full of questions. The otter's short visit turned the peaceful scene into a bit of a puzzle, adding more excitement to the air. Creature on a trail cam. In the quiet woods, a mysterious snap snapped on a trail cam reveals a mysterious creature. Glowing eyes enter through the blurry image, shrouded in closeness. What could it be? A thrilling snapshot leaves us questioning, our curiosity aroused. The close view adds suspense, inviting us to imagine the unknown lurking in the dark. Intrigue deepens with each pixel, a visual story waiting to be untwisted. The calm turtle. On a sunny day in the big blue ocean, a man on a jet ski noticed something curious. His camera captured the moment when he saw a little turtle struggling with unwanted hitchhikers. Crabs. The man with a heart as big as the sea quickly sprang into action. Carefully, he scooped up the turtle and brought it onto his jet ski. With gentle hands, he started removing the pesky crabs from the turtle shell one by one. The camera caught every detail of the man's focused expression, and the tiny crabs scuttling away. As the last crab was lifted off, the man smiled at the camera, triumphant in his mission to help the sea creature. With great care, he returned the turtle to its natural home, gently placing it back into the cool, refreshing water. The turtle, free from its unwelcome guests, swam away happily, and the man on the jet ski watched with satisfaction. Eagles attack. A camera saw something strange. It was a big bird called an eagle attacking a wild goat. The goats were eating grass in a field. Then the huge eagle came down from the mountain and went after one of the black goats. The goat fought back, but the eagle didn't let go of its neck. The goat was hurt and fell off the mountain many times while trying to protect itself. The eagle never left the goat. This mysterious and curious event was caught on camera, and it made everyone very surprised. People's eyes got wide, and they couldn't believe what they were seeing. It was a very strange and shocking thing to watch. Mysterious deer. In a quiet park during the day, a strange and puzzling event unfolded in a video. A big deer looking strong and motherly stood with her little baby. Nearby, a cat watched with its curious cat eyes, and a pet dog relaxed farther away, unaware of the strange thing happening. Suddenly, without warning, the deer ran towards the dog, attacking it with wild and uncontrolled aggression. The dog had no idea what was going on and couldn't defend itself. Just as unexpectedly, the deer shifted her attention to the cat. She chased the cat, but the cat was quick and managed to escape. The deer continued to pursue the cat into the bushes. The reason behind this mysterious behavior remained a secret, hidden in the deer's intentions. Was it about protecting her baby, marking her territory, or something even more puzzling? People who saw the video were left with more questions than answers, wondering about the mysteries of the natural world. It was indeed a very strange and mysterious scene that will be remembered for a long time. Lion attacking a man. In the zoo, something strange happened. It was a normal day, but there was a weird feeling in the air. There was a big male lion, and the zookeeper couldn't stop staring at him. The lion felt annoyed and suddenly attacked the zookeeper, surprising everyone.
A lioness, probably the male lion's partner, jumped in to stop the fight. She was strong and determined. Her presence calmed things down. It showed their strong bond as a lion couple. People who were watching didn't understand what made the lion so angry. They wondered if the zookeeper's constant staring upset him, or if there were other hidden reasons. Once the chaos ended, the zookeeper was taken to safety. The mystery of why the lion got so mad remained unsolved, hidden in the wild look of the lion's eyes. Forest puppy dog. Once upon a time, in a thick forest far from the working town, a man embarked on a sole trip. With nothing but a pack and a camera, he ventured deep into nature. As he wandered through the towering trees, the sun filtered through the leaves, casting dancing murk on the forest bottom. In his hunt to capture the natural beauty of the forest, the man stumbled upon a mysterious delve hidden amidst the rocks and leafage. Curiosity excited, he cautiously came up the dark entrance. What he discovered inside left him amazed and filled his heart with warmth. There, cuddled in the cave, was a forest puppy dog.
Ow, come here, let me be friends. Come here, little coyote.
Its light fur, a mesmerizing blend of earthy browns and rich flora. The man could not believe his luck as the puppy dog switched its tail and cuddled his hand with uncontainable love.
Let me pet you, little coyote. Let me pet you, coyote. Hey.
With his camera in hand, he recorded the captivating moment, ever landing the bond between man and forest puppy dog in the heart of the wild. Chased by a bear. Once upon a time, there was his family who decided to have a delightful day out on their motorboat. The sun was shining, the lake was calm, and they were having a blast. They were laughing, playing, and feeling on top of the world. But also, out of the blue, effects took a wild turn. As they sped across the water, they noticed commodity big and furry lumbering toward them. It was a bear. This bear appeared to have a taste for adventure, or perhaps just a need for speed because it was chasing them. Fear set in as they provoke up their machine, trying to outpace the bear. The bear, settled and determined, kept coming, getting nearer and nearer. The family was in full adrenaline mode, hearts pounding, and they contended for safety. Ultimately, they managed to outthink the bear and reach the safety of the support, laughing nervously about the bear's need for speed. It was an adventure they'd no way forget, and they decided that coming time they'd stick to safer waters. The Ants and the Sneaky Snake. Once upon a time, in a quiet corner of the arena, being enough unusually came off. A sneaky snake, likely lost and looking for a snack, crawled right into the home of some hard-working ants. You can imagine the shock on those little ants' faces when they saw this long snake. The snake, not knowing where it was, whizzed and swirled its body around, making the ants fear. They scurried then and there, trying to figure out what to do. But these ants were not bones to give up fluently. They huddled together and formed a little ant army, and you wouldn't believe how they worked together to face the meddler. They nipped at the snake's scales, throwing off and annoying it. With their cooperation, they managed to drive the snake down. And they cheered in itty-bitty ant voices as their home was safe again. And that is the story of how a bunch of fearless ants defended their home from an unanticipated snake visit.
Bear encounter. Once in a big wild jungle, two familiars decided to explore. They walked among tall trees and twisted vines, feeling excited about what was ahead. As they went further, they heard a noise in the bushes. Suddenly, a huge bear came out, its fur shining in the sunlight. The hikers got really scared and stood still. The bear was more curious than mean.
Go to the left side of the trail.
Left side of the trail.
It sniffed the air and stood up on its back legs. The hikers, hearts beating fast, stepped back slowly, trying not to upset the big animal.
Hey, bear.
The jungle got super quiet as this surprising meeting happened. Eventually, the bear, maybe tired of watching the scared humans, strolled back into the jungle. The hikers felt so relieved, realizing they had a close moment with the wild beauty. The jungle, once mysterious, became a story they'd tell for a long time. a story of bravery and the day they met a bear in the deep wild heart of nature. Dogman Werewolf caught on cam. Late one night in a deep jungle, a brave lady went camping with just her safe torch. Little did she know the forest had secrets she never imagined.
Oh, shit.
As the night got darker, her camera caught something spine-chilling. A black werewolf, part man, part dog with glowing green eyes. This scary creature came out of the shadows, making her feel shivers. Suddenly, her camping adventure turned into a super scary meeting with something supernatural. The werewolf, with its fur standing up, came closer with a strange power. Its glowing eyes lit up the dark, making a really strange scene. The air felt heavy with suspense as the lady held onto her torch, feeling stuck in this unreal moment. The camera took a picture, saving the night when the jungle showed its mysterious habitant, the scary and mysterious Dogman Werewolf. Mysterious figure. The trail camera recorded a mysterious creature in the midst of a dark forest, revealing a cryptic, bizarre creature wearing a camouflage kind of clothing. It was looking scary, as it was not an average human being wearing such clothing. Such kind of clothing is used by hunters to hide themselves, but this thing caught on camera was bizarre, as it was not known what the figure was doing there. A sinister appearance with a long hairy dress like camouflage clothing was creating terror there and making it more curious, as no human being can dare to go there at such a dangerous place. Maybe it was a paranormal creature wandering there and caught on camera, but still, it's a mystery which needs to be resolved. Such a mysterious creature was not seen yet, and it's curious to have caught such a rare sighting which terrified everyone. Mysterious UFO in sky. One extraordinary night, something amazing happened that left everyone amazed. Have you heard of UFOs? Those mysterious unidentified flying objects that have fascinated people for a long time? Well, on this spooky night, they were real. There was a camera set up to take pictures of the night sky, just like people do every night. But this time, it saw something strange. 3 small lights, which at first looked like stars, were hanging in the dark sky. But then something weird happened. They started moving. These mysterious things moved gracefully and silently, not like anything we've seen before. They didn't follow the rules of gravity. They glided through the sky as if they were weightless. People who saw this couldn't stop talking about it. Some thought these were visitors from far-off planets, UFOs from places we don't even know about coming to visit our part of space.
Against the night sky, those 3 little dots there, look at them. They're moving in concert.
Others weren't so sure and had different ideas. But in the midst of all the excitement about these 3 strange objects, something even stranger happened. A 4th one appeared, just like the others, but it moved incredibly fast. It shot across the sky like a flash and made people doubt what they were seeing. These objects were so mysterious that nobody could figure them out. What were they? Where did they come from? And why were they here in our night sky? These questions puzzled everyone who saw them. That night, the world got a glimpse of things we don't understand. A mysterious dance of unidentified flying objects and a riddle we couldn't solve. The night kept its secrets, and all we could do was wonder about the strange things we saw in the dark sky.
They tried to chase it down. They could not chase it down. And this was rolled out today.
Mysterious Bigfoot sighting. In the daytime, a camera recorded something strange that got everyone talking. It happened in a thick group of bushes, and a Bigfoot came out of these bushes, a mysterious and huge creature.
An elusive creature. Alright, just squat it down.
Bigfoot had a unique style unlike anything we've seen before. It moved through the bushes in a way that made it seem like it knew the camera was there, but the camera was far away, so we couldn't see its features clearly. Still, its shape looked a lot like the legendary Bigfoot. People heard about this and started guessing. Some said it was just a person dressed up to trick everyone, while others said it was taller than any regular person. making them believe it was the real Bigfoot.
An elusive creature. Alright, just squat it down.
The mystery only got deeper as experts and fans studied the video. They wanted to know if it was a real Bigfoot or just a well-done trick. It was like a puzzle that no one could solve. In the end, we still didn't know who or what it was. This encounter with Bigfoot during the day fascinated and puzzled people. It showed how we're always curious about things we can't explain. The video reminds us that our world still holds secrets we haven't discovered yet. Mysterious creature. In a deep, dark forest, something strange happened. A special camera took a picture of a mysterious creature. The only thing we could see were its glowing eyes, like magical lights in the night. The person who owned the camera was really curious, so they made their phone screen very bright to see more. What they saw was a strange creature that looked a bit like a human, but it was hard to see its face. It was so eerie and scary, like it didn't belong to our world. This sight filled the camera owner with fear, making them too scared to go back to that forest again. People who heard the story were also scared. They talked about the creature, but no one could figure out what it really was. It was like a mystery that no one could solve, something strange and unknown. This strange being left a mysterious mark on the world, and its secrets would forever stay hidden in the deep, dark forest. Eerie creature's chilling encounter. In daytime, a strange video appeared. It showed something scary. A person who liked to jog in a quiet park saw something bizarre. He didn't know that something evil was nearby. While jogging, he saw a weird dark shape in the distance. It was black and didn't make sense. He thought it might be a big black bear or a wild dog, but it wasn't. This thing was pure evil. It had creepy eyes that felt like they could steal your soul. Looking at it sent chills down the jogger's spine. It was like a nightmare come to life. Its twisted, scary face seemed like it came from another world. Everyone who saw it was terrified. The jogger couldn't move, stuck in the monster's evil gaze. He realized he was in a place that didn't belong to our world. This thing was a mystery, something we can't understand. The video stopped, but the terror it showed never left. The mystery of this evil creature with its scary eyes and eerie presence stayed unsolved. It's a reminder of how unknown and frightening our world can be.
Upside-down elephant. Have you ever seen a giant elephant performing spellbinding stunts? This video showcases the remarkable ability of a big elephant to turn upside down on its master's command. The video began with the elephant bathing in a well-accommodating cage by a long hose. Meanwhile, a woman could be seen demonstrating the remarkable abilities of this colossal elephant.
Street poses and warrior poses, all of these things are basic poses.
And upon proper notion, the elephant took a daring step. It rolled over its front feet and stood on its trunk upside down while its lower body remained levitating in the air.
And when you do that, you can always...
This trick received a lot of appreciation and applause from the spectators, as it was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. The Colossal Elk. Animals can turn wild in no time. For instance, in this video, a man in the middle of a vast safari tried to take a picture of a giant elk who got fierce in no time. The video started with an elk sitting in the peaceful commodity of the jungle when a man trespassed on it. The beauty of the giant elk caught his attention, and he tried to capture its magnificence. The elk got alarmed and stood in all its glory before the man. The man could only get a few pictures when the things turned sore. The elk leaped onto the man with a sudden thrust. The man quickly lied on the ground to protect himself from this unannounced attack. This fortunate act saved his life from the wrath of the colossal elk. Falcon's head. In a breathtaking demonstration of nature's engineering miracle, a guy impresses onlookers by demonstrating the amazing falcon's ability to maintain its equilibrium. The man holds the wonderful bird with such skill while moving its body in different ways. The falcon's body moves, but its head stays astonishingly still, focused on one spot. This performance emphasizes the falcon's extraordinary agility and balance, perfected over years of evolution and adaptation for flawless flying movements. The audience watches in astonishment as the bird's body gracefully sways, yet its focus remains fixed. It's a monument to nature's remarkable mastery, with viewers captivated by the falcon's steadfast gaze amid the motion of movement. Painful disparities. The world is full of cruel disparities. For instance, in this video, a harsh reality strikes straight into our faces when a cute puppy glances from his car window over a street dog sitting at the side of the road, turning it into a helpless situation. Imagine a dog receiving all the love from its owners traveling in cars, while another dog gets all the hate and stones from people sitting on the side of the road. The video encompasses the hurtful tragedies all around us, showcasing the brutal reality of the world where two animals are treated differently depending on their breeds. Grizzly bears attack. This video will send chills down your spine. In broad daylight, a family set out on a venture to a safari park. Driving around the safari, they came across this cute, not-so-big brown bear walking beside their car. The man, out of curiosity and humbleness, tried to feed the grizzly bear a pretzel. You would think it a sweet gesture, but here things took a wild turn. The untamed grizzly bear, to eat the pretzel, attacked the man's hand with its jaws wide open. However, the car ride saved the day for him as the man quickly plunged his hand out of reach of the man, and they quickly drove away.
Mysterious Dogman. This picture showed that in the dark forest, a strange scene unfolded. A mysterious creature, part wolf, part something else, walked quietly on a lonely road. It looked powerful and graceful dogman hidden in the dark. This creature seemed to be from another world, crossing into ours. Was it a protector of the mystical or a messenger with hidden stories? The road kept its secrets, not giving any clues. Under the moon's light, whispers of questions moved through the trees. Why was this creature here? What secrets did it bring? The answers stayed hidden. People couldn't understand the mysteries of this nighttime visitor, leaving only questions in the quiet woods. Cubs attack. Up high in the rough mountains, a big fight happened between a mommy bear and a huge daddy bear. The mommy bear had her cute babies with her, and she really wanted to protect them. The air felt super tense as the mommy bear, full of courage, faced the giant daddy bear. The little bear cubs stayed close, looking wide-eyed and curious, while their mama growled all tough. The daddy bear, super big with strong paws and a thick furry coat, did not back down. They both roared really loudly, making the mountains shake. The mommy bear, not scared of the big daddy, jumped into action, claws swiping through the cool mountain air. The baby bears watched in amazement as their mama defended them like a superhero. As the big fight got really intense, the whole mountain turned into a wild stage. It was like a survival game, and you could feel it in every moment. Even after the loud fight ended, the echoes stayed, marking the wild place where tough animals live, showing how strong and wild nature can be.
Oh.
Mystical extraterrestrial encounter. On the screen, a weird video appeared showing a strange picture. Taken from an airplane window, it was a huge alien creature hanging out in the sky above the clouds. The creature was so big, like a giant shadow against the misty background. It had long arms and legs reaching into the sky like they belonged to another world. What made it even stranger was a reflection, like a mirror image on the creature's surface, suggesting there's more to it than we see. It added another layer to the already confusing picture. People everywhere were puzzled by this discovery. In our everyday world, this weird thing showed up, making us question what we know. It hinted at something we can't understand, something hiding in plain sight. No one knew where it came from or why it was there. The mystery stuck around like a puzzle we couldn't solve. The whole thing made us uneasy, like a big question mark hanging in the air. Up there in the sky, a hidden world opened up, a place with strange creatures watching us quietly from the edges of what we know. The big question remained, just like the creature itself, what's behind the clouds, hidden where we can't see? Strange creature. Once in a quiet farm, something weird got caught on camera. A strange creature not like anything you've seen. It had a long, strong, scaled tail like an alligator, but then was surprised. No arms. Yep, you got it right. No arms at all. The farmers doing their daily work could not believe their eyes when they found this odd creature. Its scaly tail moved around, swishing and swaying, going through the fields in a really interesting and kinda spooky way. The camera took a video of every moment, freezing the creature's picture with its special armless look. Lots of questions flew around the farm like busy freaks. What was this creature? Where did it come from? And the big one, style did it get by without arms? Everyone in town chatted about the mystery of the scaly-tailed creature, making the ordinary days on the farm feel a bit magical. Deep-sea creature. As the sun went down and depicted the sky with warm colors, a curious guy with a camera found something amazing at the empty beach. Wondering about a strange shape peeking from the beach, he decided to check it out. With every step, the creature revealed itself, and the man's eyes got big. He quickly aimed his camera, capturing the mysterious thing hidden there for who knows how long. The creature looked like it was from another world, with see-through fins that shimmered in the fading light. Its shiny scales suggested a life in the deep sea that people might not understand. Not bothered by the man snooping, the creature seemed to be peacefully asleep, keeping its secrets safe on the beach. The man, feeling a mix of amazement and nervousness, recorded lots of videos, making sure to remember this rare moment. As the camera clicked, a feeling of awe filled the air, making the man suppose about all the hidden mysteries beneath the surface of our everyday world. Sneak attack. In a quiet, sun-soaked influent, a mischievous alligator hatched a devious plan. With stealthy eyes lurking just above the water's surface, it observed a young boy casting his fishing line into the peaceful river. Suddenly, like a shadow in the murky depths, the alligator devised a sneak attack. With a swift charge, it burst forth from the water, jaws wide open, aiming to snatch the boy's prized catch. The unsuspecting boy, absorbed in the thrill of the catch, was caught off guard. The splash echoed through the serene surroundings as the alligator's attempt was captured by a hidden camera. The reptilian thief's daring attack unfolded in a series of shots, freezing the heart-pounding moment when predator and prey collide. The boy, astonished by the unexpected assault, managed to escape with his fish, while the alligator sneaks back into the water, its snout disappearing beneath the ripples. The stolen moment, frozen in time by the cam, became a tale of the wild, a reminder of nature's unpredictable dance between survival and surprise.
Woman and panther. In a hidden place, a video told a strange story. It all started when a woman found what she thought was a small kitten in a tangled mess of plants. But as time passed, she realized it wasn't a kitten at all. It was a panther, a wild and powerful creature. Surprisingly, she didn't get scared and kept the panther as her companion. Her courage was a mystery because she took the panther into the deep forest where it was dangerous. They explored the woods together like two secret friends connected by fate. The video talked about a special connection beyond understanding between the woman and the panther. It was a story about a woman who bravely embraced the mysteries of the wild, a story hidden in the darkness and lit by her bravery, always wrapped in secrets. Enigmatic encounter in forest. In a deep old forest, something mysterious happened.
Oh no, stop it. Oh my gosh.
There was a video showing a narrow path that went on and on into the dark woods. A girl was inside a cabin and she started moving down this strange path all by herself. Then, out of nowhere, 3 very big bears appeared. They were massive. Strangely, the girl didn't do anything. She just stayed still, scared in the quiet forest. Time felt like it had stopped, and everyone was holding their breath. The bears came closer, their dark eyes hiding their intentions. But then, something strange happened. The bears, as if they had a secret agreement, passed right by her without hurting her. She felt lucky and surprised. The forest kept its mysteries, and this strange encounter would always be a part of her life. Mama bear desperate to feed her babies. In the dark of the night, something mysterious happened, caught on a house camera. It looked like nature had a secret to tell. In the dim light, a mother bear appeared, like she had a hidden reason. She had 2 baby bears with her, and they seemed really hungry. They followed her, curious and in need of something to eat. The mother bear led her cubs to a lonely car under the night sky. What did she hope to find there? Was it real food or just a trick of the night? Suddenly, the bear broke the car's mirror, making a loud noise. She climbed inside, her actions puzzling, like she was solving a hidden puzzle. The camera could only show a part of the story, leaving us with many questions about what the bear was thinking. It was a nighttime mystery, a story waiting to be discovered.
Go, 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 go.
Господи! Ой ты, батюшки мои, боже!
Oh my god! What is that?
While the couple was on vacation having a good time, they were not expecting such a disaster to happen. While taking a selfie together, their camera happened to capture a huge gorilla clinging on a tower behind them. Was it a real King Kong? Are they real? Or is it just an altered video? What do you guys think? We can even see them freaking out and everyone running to save their lives. So, what exactly happened here? Did a 23 ABC viewer's Ring camera capture a UFO on video in Southwest Bakersfield? A 23 ABC viewer from Southwest Bakersfield sent us a video of an unknown object flying through the sky. Bakersfield resident Tim Harvey sent us this video from his Ring camera. It is unknown to all. We do not know whether it's a creature or some cosmic object. In seconds, it just whips and leaves the tail behind. Imagine the fear of a man who came for a camping trip, but woke up to see a lion outside his tent. Hang on, because that's not the end. 2 more lions are standing beside it. Knowing the danger, he wisely chooses to remain quiet, not wanting to draw attention to himself. We even avoid imagining ourselves in the place of that man. Deep in the jungle unfolds a heart-wrenching scene. Just look at the scared girl standing close to 2 deer. One deer looks straight into the eyes of the girl with curiosity. It raises the question of what possible secret can these 2 share? Or maybe the deer are considering the girl to be prey. Meanwhile, the other deer locks eyes with the camera, as if acknowledging its presence, drawing us into the world. Gardner, Kansas is known to have a mountain lion. So some people decided to install 2 trail cameras, and they saw some unexpected weird images. A gorilla engaged in a bloody struggle with a terrifying being. To our surprise, a mysterious entity that appeared to be a human and wolf moved through the area using a walker. The search for the mountain lion took an unexpected turn, entangling it in a strange, wild encounter. Trail cams are usually meant to capture animals in their natural habitat, living their lives. But sometimes, these cameras end up capturing some otherworldly beings as well. For instance, this trail cam caught a ghostly white shadow. According to the owner of the camera, it was a ghost and had freaked him out when he saw it. But most of the viewers weren't really convinced, saying that it was just editing. On our way forward to disturbing trail footage, we found a mysterious creature. It is very strange and unique. Some have speculated it to be a man in a suit, while others think it is a Tasmanian devil. Whatever this creature is, it's got everyone scared. It is black in color and tries to hide itself from the camera. Many believe it to be a dogman. This footage has raised a lot of questions, and everyone out there is speculating about it. Not just one, but multiple people in India recorded this man dressed in all white wandering above the roof of a building. The massive size and the weird way it moved made people actually believe that it was a ghost. And to be very honest, if I see such a thing walking on a high roof of buildings, I'd be freaked out too. Well, the police were informed, and for now, they're investigating the matter. Until today, they have gotten no lead to who the man could be. We have explored some very creepy and strange captures on trail cams. The weird creature resembles a dog, so many have speculated it to be a chupacabra. It is basically a goat sucker because it feeds on livestock. Look at the long, slender body with an extra long tail. Isn't this giving chills down your spine? It has now turned out to be a realm of mysterious and unknown creatures. This mind-blowing trail footage unravels an unexplained creature. It is a black creature with 4 legs and white, shining eyes, which makes it hard to identify it. Just look at the scary eyes of this animal. On top of that, this video was captured in the dark night with some horror sounds of these wild creatures in the back. With every inch closer to this animal, it gets more horrifying to see. At first, it looked like an old man walking on the road, so the men in the car decided to slow down a bit and see if he needed any help. But as they do that and call him out, he slows down and starts moving quite creepily. He does not move aside, nor does he turn to look at them. The video ends there, so we have no idea what happened to them. But if it wasn't just an old man, then I don't think what would have happened there was something we could discuss. When this couple came home, they heard creepy noises coming out of the bedroom, and when they went there, they saw a little girl sitting with her head covered with the bedsheet. As the woman moved forward and removed the sheet from her bed, not just her, but all of us were freaked out. The girl's head was all black and gray, like she'd been dead or something. And when this wasn't enough, her head fell down, leaving her headless. Who was that girl? What happened after? We have no idea. With every step deeper into the wilderness, we come across a strange animal. This time, it's a perplexing sight again. A brown, hairy figure emerges from the river. It is carrying a small animal in its arms. Some people think it is a heavy-set man with a lot of fishing gear and waders on. Others speculate it is a mysterious creature, aka Bigfoot, with a fish in hand. And the appearance is not like a human, so there's a possibility that anything can be true. Let us know what you think. Take a look at this amusing short video of a large bear showing its playful side. It displays its playful attitude by sticking its tongue out with a cheeky look. We laugh in response to that bear's amusing action. A mischievous being is caught red-handed, this time on a trail camera. It is a video of an olive baboon wrestling with the trail camera. It seems like he knows how to fix the camera and is adjusting it to record a video. But don't worry, the camera was tied down tight, so the baboon couldn't make off with it, no matter how hard it tried. We found something paranormal for you in the Russian forest. A little girl is floating in the air, and a woman is standing on Earth right beside her. Could this be a witch mother and child practicing their magic? Aren't you amazed by the magical powers of this levitating girl? They both ran away, seeing the camera approaching them. This photo can scare you all. We believe it to be a photo of a monster trying to hide its face with a veil. The dark night intensifies the details of the monster. What lies beneath that concealed face? Come along with us as we set out on a quest to discover the mystery surrounding this frightening creature. But be careful. Once revealed, the monster's face can frighten you in your sleep for the rest of time. You'll be surprised to know that this trail camera captured 3 mountain lions standing on a stick. You may think it is artificially created because how can 3 lions stand on a stick? But believe me, this camera found this incredible shot. The first lion is roaring and the last 2 are gazing with shining eyes. Stay tuned to our journey into the wild as we explore the world of these magnificent creatures. A woman was driving when her car broke down and she had to go into the woods. However, as she went along and over the bridge, what she saw looked like something straight out of a horror movie. A woman dressed in black dress was going somewhere with her head downwards. And this wasn't it. If we move back to the start of the video, we can also see someone hiding behind the tree as soon as the camera turns toward it. Can this video get any more creepy? It isn't always us humans who can sense danger. Sometimes it's the animals who do that too. For instance, this horse did when he refused to move forward. The man couldn't really make it why the horse was behaving like that until he moved the camera towards the trees and spotted a creepy looking thing at him from behind them. Just a second passes and the creature disappears. But what exactly was that? I guess we will never know. Now, the owner of this clip says it's from a trail cam, but the way the camera's moving, I can see that this is not a trail cam. However, that doesn't mean the clip is any less creepy. If you pay attention, you can see a swing on the left side of the video, and the swing was seen moving on its own. There was no one to move it. So, was it a ghost swinging, or was it something else? Maybe the picture captured on this trail is of a man, or maybe it's not. The way he's standing doesn't look like a normal human being. But in that case, what was it? Have aliens resided in the deep dark woods? Or is it something more creepy and more eerie than aliens? Figure like a human wearing shorts too, but the face and the color and texture of the skin points to this creature being just something else. But was it a Bigfoot? Or are there other creepy and deadly creatures lurking in the woods? And this trail cam just happened to capture one. What do you think? On the 12th of May, 2023, a huge insectoid was recorded lurking on the road of Mexico. People got all freaked out upon seeing such a thing. And the weirdest thing is that the creature wasn't somewhere hidden in the dark or anything. Instead, it was out in the streets, in front of the traffic, and everywhere. Was it real? And if it was, then God knows what's gonna come next. Fairy is what most of the people are calling this creature, which was captured on a trail cam. But it could be an insect too. According to the owner of the trail cam, it was a woman. And how exactly did he come to that conclusion? Well, I've got no idea. Still, it kind of looks like a fairy. So, does that mean fairies are real? This trail cam was set to keep watch on a bear trap, but late at midnight, they saw something they weren't expecting at all. Now, you might have to see it very closely and carefully, or let me zoom in for you. A white shadow, or should I say ghost, was actually captured. And according to the owners, this clip is not altered or messed with at all. Buckle up, as an unknown shadow that is intriguing and enigmatic appears. We are perplexed by it because of its short tail, large legs, and fuzzy body. It might be a badger. The disparity in color only heightens the intrigue. Let us know what you guys think about this one in the comments below. Is it really just a badger, or some other undiscovered creature? It was a stormy night, and the trail camera received a lot of rain. The camera's ability to be submerged in water was tested. The apparatus was almost drowned as water dripped down it. Even though this one clip isn't like the other ones in today's list, still, it's no less disturbing or weird. I mean, what's weirder than a trail cam literally drowning? Be prepared for a strange encounter. In this image, a being with a human-like body stands tall, but its head distinguishes it from the rest. It is perfectly still, a mesmerizing sight. What lies behind its unusual appearance? Is it a being from another world? Or maybe a creation of nature's enigmatic design? As we gaze upon this mysterious figure, we are reminded of the vastness of the unknown. In our journey of struggle, we found a bird stuck in the water. A bird becomes entangled in a watery fight. It struggles to escape its underwater cage and resembles an eagle. It makes every effort to liberate itself, but it never succeeds. But the question is, was it just stuck there? Or was it something else? And the mystery unfolds as we see an alligator approaching. But unfortunately, the video did not end as we were all thinking. The gator got hold of the eagle at last. For those who don't know what a jinn is, it's a type of spirit, but an intelligent one as the story goes. So, these men somewhere in the world were out having fun when they thought they saw a pair of creepy eyes from the jungle. So they stopped so they could confirm, and that is when we see this jinn-type creature staring straight towards them with his creepy as hell eyes and a white sheet all over him. This camera was set to ensure the safety of the car, and the camera made sure that no one, not even the ghosts, got past its range without being captured. So, when this ghost was going on its own way, it was recorded by the security camera. However, not everyone believes this story. It's not like they have any other explanation for it, though. This man started recording at first because he thought the house in the dark looked creepy and haunted. What he did not know was that the house was actually haunted, and this was proven when the man recording the house captured a weird creature staring at him from the window. Although the creature disappears in a matter of seconds, it was enough to freak not just the man, but the whole internet out. Call it teleportation or call it aliens living among us. This video is sure to give you the creeps. The man was walking down the street like any normal human being, but as soon as he reached the edge of the camera's frame, he disappeared, just like that, into thin air. While some thought it was a superhuman capable of teleporting himself, others had a strong belief that it was not human at all. In a moment of bravery, a man ventured into a haunted house, unaware of the spine-chilling surprise awaiting him. As he cautiously explored, recording everything on his camera, he stumbled upon a figure lurking in the darkness, its piercing gaze fixated on him. Startled and petrified, this man's video abruptly ended, leaving us to wonder about the true identity of that eerie presence. Could it possibly be an alien in disguise? Once upon a time in Brazil, a guy was just doing his own thing when something bizarre caught his eye on a rooftop. He quickly grabbed his camera and started recording. The footage revealed a strange creature that resembled a gigantic ant, casually hanging out on the roof. Some folks believed it might be an alien, but to me, it just looked like a really huge ant. Who knows what creepy crawlies lurk in the depths of Brazil, right? The creepiest part was that the creature vanished into thin air as soon as the guy spotted it. What was its mysterious purpose? We may never find out. While a group of individuals were out late at night, they unintentionally got lost and found themselves on an eerie road. With no knowledge of their location, they halted their vehicle and scanned their surroundings. It was at that moment when a peculiar, luminous creature emerged from one side and swiftly vanished into the opposite direction. It seemed to be moving on all fours in an unusual manner, making it difficult to perceive it as a human being. Some perceived it as a skinwalker, while others dismissed it as a mere fabrication. However, I'm curious to know your thoughts on the matter. In January 2013, while reviewing the records from a trail camera placed in the woods for several days, an individual made a disturbing discovery. They described it as an extraterrestrial being, although others speculate that it could be a ghost or an unidentified creature. Initially, I considered the possibility that it was simply a misshapen bush or an ordinary animal. However, upon closer examination, the creature's peculiar movements and direct gaze towards the camera indicated that it was certainly not something typical. They are whispered as the night phantoms, the ethereal wanderers. Whisper their names, but be wary, for this eerie spectacle grips the soul. This spectral footage, captured in the year 2011, unveils a sinister sight within the California woods. Two gaunt figures akin to wraiths roam in the shadows. One resembles a ghostly infant, while the other takes the form of a spectral parent. Or perhaps it is the patriarch. Regardless, behold this endearing and tranquil apparition, a ghostly family relishing their nocturnal promenade. May their serenity remain undisturbed. Humans, always curious and drawn to the unusual, tend to explore without limits. But there was one man who took it too far. Rumor has it he heard strange sounds from the Eerie woods, so late at night, driven by curiosity, he ventured in. Little did he know, a chilling creature with twisted features watched him, emitting eerie whistles.
What the hell is that? What the hell?
Fear gripped him, urging him to flee without looking back. His insatiable curiosity had unleashed a nameless horror, forever haunting his soul. This footage wasn't recorded at nighttime, but that doesn't mean it's any less creepy. When a man was out in the woods, he happened to hear some weird noises. Curious as we all are, he went to investigate, and this is when he caught this thing looking at him on camera. Was it just a possum, or was it some otherworldly creature? We couldn't get any answers, but you let us know what you guys think. TikTok users usually end up recording every kind of thing, but what this one caught on camera was as creepy as it was possible to be. According to him, he had set up a camera because he could sense weird things going on around him. And, well, the camera ended up recording this pale, human-like creature with glowing eyes trying to break in from the fence. From what I think, it can sense the camera because of the way he looks straight at it. Two men were out in the outskirts of Montana when they saw a man dressed in trousers and a shirt standing in the woods. They thought it was someone who needed help or something, so they stopped and started calling him out. The man, too, responded.
Just cruisers, man.
But it wasn't until he started crawling out of the woods in the creepiest way possible that the man realized he wasn't a human. But then, what was it? This video was recently uploaded on the internet and has aroused hundreds of questions in people's minds. A man on his way home saw this creepy thing and started recording. It is pretty difficult to make out what that is from the video, but it looks like some kind of a hybrid animal. However, upon a closer look, I came to realize that it was just a brown hyena carrying a zebra's carcass. So, I guess nothing to worry about here. We really hope that whoever placed this trail cam just accidentally placed it on the set of a zombie movie or show. If not, this is absolutely terrifying to think about. Is it a ghost of someone who was brutally murdered? Is there a real zombie in the woods somewhere, just waiting to infect someone? And who's walking behind it? We don't know if this is an escaped murderer covered in blood, or an eccentric weirdo who's decided to paint himself like a cow and run around the woods at 1:02 in the morning. Is that the famous Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th? Or is it some murderer inspired by the character? This picture was taken in 2014, and the muscular man with a mask on and holding a machete looks like something straight out of a movie, don't you think? But the real question here is that what exactly was the man doing so deep in the woods all alone? This terrifying image is scary in that it could be any number of things. It has a fuzzy outline, making it look like a ghostly figure. The figure also has a drapey look to it, making it possible that it could be a ghost with long hair or a long cape. Some have even speculated that it could be a skinless monster. Hopefully, it's just a regular old person in a hoodie of some sort. In this image, it can be seen that there is not just one of the creatures, but 3. This image also makes it look more so like it's wearing a type of clothing as it stretches between leg to leg. One of the scariest parts is that you can't really get any sort of facial recognition. No one has ever been able to explain what is going on in this photo. The figure in this picture is obviously wearing either a really long coat or a gown. It's also hard to tell if you can make out a face or if it's just the leaves creating a pattern. The figure is rather tall as well, making it extra terrifying thinking about the potential that you could run into this in the woods. This moose may seem like a normal moose, but looking into its eyes, you can see it's much more terrifying. He looks as though he's either possessed or just very, very angry. Either way, this photo reminds us just how much we don't want to run into a moose while walking around alone in the woods at night. This mysterious creature was captured on a trail cam earlier in the day in 2011. It speeds through the forest fast, so it's hard to get a look at it. Many people who have seen the photo speculate that it is, in fact, Bigfoot. Whatever it is, it doesn't seem normal. It also isn't alone, as there are much more speedy beasts throughout today's list. Do deer have some sort of special power to have mysterious figures follow them around? Whatever the reason, deer are commonly spotted with creepy figures. This picture is absolutely chilling. It's not quite clear what exactly the figure is, but it is certain that it doesn't look happy, and we're sure that there is definitely not a normal face in those woods. This mind-blowing trail footage unravels an unexplained creature. It is a black creature with 4 legs and white, shining eyes, which makes it hard to identify it. Just look at the scary eyes of this animal. On top of that, this video was captured in the dark night, with some horror sounds of these wild creatures in the back. With every inch closer to this animal, it gets more horrifying to see. It is very brave of you all for sticking with this. Believe me, some more disturbing shots are yet to come. Have you ever seen a headless chicken? Yes, this is Mike, a headless chicken. It has not only survived a month or two, but has successfully lived up to 18 months. Isn't this spine-chilling? A chicken with no head has lived up to the age of a normal chicken. Told you this is gonna be crazy. Trust me, you'll be thrilled to see 2 bobcats negotiating a date. They see each other from a distance and start yowling. As they approach each other, they look into the eyes with constant growling. Both give awkward poses with rapid tail twitching. The gray cat is the female, and the red one is the male. It seems that the whole scene is directed by a renowned director. Can you believe that this loving video was captured on Valentine's Day? Deer are known for their naughty behavior. We have mischievous footage for you this time. This is a whitetail from early June in full velvet antlers in the Kamloops, British Columbia area. Deer are fast with their tongues, so we had to freeze the frame at the right moment. This deer was using his nose and tongue to pick up a scent on the trail. Amidst a deep, dark night in the forest, our camera caught an unnerving sight. Just look at this photo of greater kudu posing for the camera. Look at the beauty of these graceful animals. Who would not think this scene to be painted? This has been captured by a trail camera. There's a message in the eyes of these wild yet elegant animals, and it seems like they want to convey something. Another delicate balance between peace and horror is this encounter. People set out their tents on the trail side when a bear arrives at the campsite and steals their food. It opens the cooler to find hot dogs. Seeing a bear eating the goods carelessly is a captivating shot, perhaps. However, people fear bears. The campers are fortunate that the bear is busy with food and has not sniffed the humans. We've learned a lesson from this video, that you should never, ever leave your food by your tent. A video of a deer eating a bird in the sunlight has been seen through our trail camera. Now this is something to see, because a deer is mostly associated with grass. But this deer ate the whole bird, even the skeleton too. You'll be mesmerized yet disturbed to experience such a sight. Look at the poised eyes of this deer. Now, just think about the innocent birds. That bird would have never thought that a deer would be his predator. But welcome to wildlife. Enough scary sights for now. Let's see some heartwarming scenes. Watch this amazing crow removing harmful ticks and parasites from a deer's skin in just a few seconds. This is an amazing wildlife video you don't want to miss. The crow is removing the pesticides with astonishing precision and accuracy. This amazing video shows how cool crows are and how they can help us protect our environment. Our camera has captured an intense moment between a bear and a reindeer. Both stand face to face, entangled in confrontation. Just look at these shining eyes of deer. He refuses to be afraid of a predator. While the confidence of deer triggers the predatory instincts of the bear, it's a struggle for survival. You're lucky to witness the beauty and escalation. It is a twist in our journey of disturbing trail footage. This camera has recorded a unique video. Meet our basketball lover Buck. Isn't this basketball giving a human touch to this animal? Indeed it is. The deer struggles to get rid of the ball, but it seems like the ball has found a home in his antlers. A raccoon and a deer were caught in the middle of a standoff, or rather a stare-off from the looks of it, and things got tense. But if we had to bet money on this fight, we can't help but assume that the deer would win. Just look at its menacing eyes. Wild animals aren't always looking to attack each other for food. Take this photo for instance. You can see a large bear lifting a cub so that it can dig through the garbage bin looking for food. Is this a great example of teamwork, or what? Disturbed beings. If there's one thing humans should have learned by now, it's that deer aren't always as cute as Disney movies make them out to be. A trail camera caught a bunch of deer staring at the device, and judging by the looks on their faces, it's safe to assume they're not too welcoming of the technological device. Not everyone knows that the animal caught on this trail cam is a fisher cat, and for months after the video was uploaded, the animal was considered as unknown and undiscovered. But we're here to tell you that this isn't an unknown animal, and in fact is a species of cat who's not found everywhere. They are not, however, considered felines. Just because of the way they look, they have been termed as fisher cats. Weird, right? Not everyone likes their picture being taken, and it isn't just us humans, but animals don't like it sometimes too. For instance, this huge bear. As the motion-activated camera sensed someone nearby, it started taking pictures with the flash, and the flash part is what the bear did not like at all. Good thing it did not try and destroy the camera, or else it had been impossible to get this clip. What would you do if you wake up one day with someone knocking on your door, and when you check the camera to see who it is, you see this? You would be pretty creeped out, right? Well, these people were too when a creepy clown was knocking at their door, asking them again and again to open it. They didn't open the door, but along with them, we all wondered, was it just a man wearing a clown costume? Or was it something else? Now, this video might look all normal to you at first, but wait till you hear the scream this woman caught on recording.
Oh my god, no.
She was returning from work late at night when she happened to record this video, and needless to say, this scream was so eerie that it made the woman drive away from the spot as soon as she could. To some, it was some ghostly thing trying to lure the woman. However, others said it might just be a bobcat.
Oh my god, no. That.
With each step forward, we inch closer to the edge of nature. Prepare yourself to witness the extraordinary sight captured by a trail camera. A deer with a graceful body has two heads, each with a different expression. How does this two-headed deer navigate its surroundings? Well, that's a mystery yet to be solved. Can you imagine a creature 25 times greater than the size attacking the prey? This is unimaginable to experience. It was a war of survival between a buck and raccoons. The buck tries to threaten the little creatures with a powerful kick like a hammer blow. Such blows lead to injuries and wounds. Just look at the scared faces of the cute little raccoons. The car tire had been hanging around the neck for at least 2 years off the elk. The 4-year-old, 600-pound bull elk was spotted and tranquilized one day, and officers were able to cut off the tire, but they had to cut off the elk's antlers to remove it. They would have preferred to cut the tire and leave the antlers, but had to just get the tire off in any way possible. But don't worry, the antlers grew back in just a few months. In this disturbing trail footage list, get ready for a sight that'll make you smile. Bears are often known for their playful nature, and this can be seen in cartoons too. This is a video of a bear who's dancing in the jungle. Unbothered by the surroundings, the bear dances to the infectious beats of Jungle Boogie. It seems like he's pole dancing with a branch of a tree. Well, anyway, it's a worthy sight to see. This is the most worth-seeing sight when a bald eagle swoops down and hits a bear. The bald eagle was a mother of very young eaglets, and the bear was about to reach the nest. The bald eagle could not control his rage, so he overpowered the bear and attacked him. The bear was shunned for some time. It is never advisable to go near a nest, especially in spring, when baby birds have just hatched. Another hidden encounter happened when a cougar attacked an elk. The video footage of a cougar sneaking in and taking down a calf elk is mind-blowing. This action happened in milliseconds and was outside the trail camera's angle of view. However, later the carcass of a calf was found 15 feet away, straight downhill from where the cougar caught the elk. This was heart-wrenching to see, because the elk was not even disturbing the cougar. The trail camera witnessed another distressing scene, where the mountain lion is burying a bull elk. First, the mountain lion killed the elk and buried him under the mud. The whole process of concealing it is captured by the camera. The mountain lion ate the flesh of the elk and buried away the leftovers. It is one of the rarest videos in which a lion depicts a human-like character. Burying the dead is indeed not a normal habit of a lion. Prepare yourself to see a jaw-dropping clip of a horse wandering around wild wolves. The horse is ignoring the wild wolves around him. He is restlessly rolling in the mud. To our surprise, even the wild wolves are shocked to see the unbothered horse. It seems like the horse has no aim and has come in the company of wild wolves for friendship. Even the wolves are ready for it because they are peacefully staring at the horse. We've brought another amazing adventure of wildlife for you. Just see this black horse grazing peacefully. But this peace is short-lived. Can you see the alligator behind him? The horse attacks the alligator after eye contact for a few seconds. We can hear the sound with horseshoes clash with scaly skin. It is another battle of survival and strength. Another delicate balance between peace and horror is this encounter. People set out their tents on the trail side when a bear arrives at the campsite and steals their food. It opens the cooler to find hot dogs. Seeing a bear eating the goods carelessly is a captivating shot, perhaps. However, people fear bears. The campers are fortunate that the bear is busy with food and has not sniffed the humans. We've learned a lesson from this video, that you should never, ever leave your food by your tent. A video of a deer eating a bird in the sunlight has been seen through our trail camera. Now this is something to see, because a deer is mostly associated with grass. But this deer ate the whole bird, even the skeleton too. You'll be mesmerized yet disturbed to experience such a sight. Look at the poised eyes of this deer. Now, just think about the innocent birds. That bird would have never thought that a deer would be his predator. But welcome to wildlife. Enough scary sights for now. Let's see some heartwarming scenes. Watch this amazing crow removing harmful ticks and parasites from a deer's skin in just a few seconds. This is an amazing wildlife video you don't want to miss. The crow is removing the pesticides with astonishing precision and accuracy. This amazing video shows how cool crows are and how they can help us protect our environment. Our camera has captured an intense moment between a bear and a reindeer. Both stand face to face, entangled in confrontation. Just look at these shining eyes of deer. He refuses to be afraid of a predator. While the confidence of deer triggers the predatory instincts of the bear, it's a struggle for survival. You're lucky to witness the beauty and escalation. It is a twist in our journey of disturbing trail footage. This camera has recorded a unique video. Meet our basketball lover, Buck. Isn't this basketball giving a human touch to this animal? Indeed it is. The deer struggles to get rid of the ball, but it seems like the ball has found a home in his antlers. There's no way that this raccoon would be able to reach the food without a little help, so he decided to take a ride on the back of this boar. Who knew that raccoons and pigs made such great allies in the animal kingdom? And how exactly do they tell each other what kind of help they need, and then come up with an agreement? On May 21st, security cameras inside a perimeter fence at a zoo captured a strange image. The creature in the picture seemed like a human, but then it looked like a dog too. People said that it could be the famous Dogman, as the chances of a human being there in a zoo is close to zero. Even though the officials tried investigating, the mystery remained unsolved. And this fox might have really made the deer make such a bold move. Usually, deer are peaceful animals, minding their own business. But when the time comes, they can be as fierce as any other animal. And this picture just proves that. This is another case of someone's trail cam unintentionally picking up something that looks like it's coming straight out of the nightmare world. Sure, it may be the hunter decked out in camouflage, sneaking around trying to catch something in stealth mode. Most people think that wildcats are all dangerous and killing machines, but you might change your mind after seeing this picture. But still, there is a chance that the cat is just waiting and deciding which deer to kill first. However, seeing how chill the deer are, we can think otherwise too. Deer often use their antlers for defensive purposes, but sometimes they use them to carry stuff, like this deer who has a ball between his antlers. But whether this was done intentionally or by accident is still unknown, though the deer does look like it's enjoying it a lot. Is that Bernie Sanders wearing mittens sitting in a chair? Or is some otherworldly being captured by the trail cam? Because the way it's sitting so calmly with wild cats and what looks like a wolf around him is something not a normal human being can do. Don't you think so? Ever wondered what cats do in the middle of the night when their owners are asleep? Well, apparently, they like to meet up with their significant others and have a romantic encounter under the stars. Just ask these two, who are seemingly kissing like teenagers in love. Is that a raccoon? Or maybe some other animal? But that devilish smile and the eyes looking straight into the camera make this picture cutely creepy. We have no idea what was going on in that little being's mind, but it wasn't something good at least. Is that a deer? Or maybe it's two deers. But two deer can't really mix into each other like that, can they? When this picture was uploaded on the internet, the man whose trail cam took it claimed that it was a skinwalker. And the more we look at it, the more we start to agree with him. So this might just be some kid roaming the woods at night for no apparent reason. Maybe he sleptwalked out of his home. But the fact that his eyes are glowing bright makes this one spooky snap. And there's also a chance that this might not be a real kid, but a ghost too. Like ostriches and other long-necked creatures, this bird doesn't scare easily. So when he noticed that something was off, he took a menacing stance and decided that an eye-to-eye confrontation with the camera would let everyone know who's the boss around this neck of the woods. This raccoon was trying to get to the bird feeder above so he and his friends could have some food. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get the food, but he did spray the bird seeds around so his hungry buddies could eat. Maybe this act of kindness earned it some points among its kind. Who knows? Most people know who the Grim Reaper is. He's basically death personified. This mythical character is often depicted wearing a cloak and carrying a scythe, which he uses to extract souls. But did this trail camera manage to capture an actual photo of him? It's either that, or a random stranger who decided to dress up and play a prank. Who says that basketball is just for humans? This deer wouldn't mind going one-on-one with Michael Jordan or LeBron James on the basketball court. Unfortunately, it would be a very short game, as this poor deer got the ball stuck in its antlers. They say owls are wise and peaceful, but as you can see on this trail camera footage, they can be fearless predators too. Take this owl, who was about to sink its sharp talons on the back of this poor, unsuspecting deer. The forest can be quite the battlefield, huh? Were these deer just having their dinner? Or were they onto something mysterious? Because the way their eyes are glowing, it looks like they're very angry over their meeting being disturbed. Good thing it was just a camera, because if it was a human there, I don't think that something good could have happened to him. Unusual hunters. Usually, we see hunters posing with their hunts, not living animals. But these two decided to not shoot the buck as it was very friendly towards them. Being so calm and casually approaching the humans, the animal made them realize that they can just be friends. And this picture is a testament to what an astounding friendship they've developed. It is very brave of you all for sticking with this. Believe me, some more disturbing shots are yet to come. Have you ever seen a headless chicken? Yes, this is Mike, a headless chicken. It has not only survived a month or two, but has successfully lived up to 18 months. Isn't this spine-chilling? A chicken with no head has lived up to the age of a normal chicken. Told you this is gonna be crazy. A bird with a weird voice and shape is seen on a fence on a farm. People on the farm say that they've never seen such a creature. In the first glimpse, it looks like a monument or an idol on the fence. But as soon as you get closer, you will see it is moving and has a shrill sound. This bird feeds on insects. Aren't these trail footage helping us in seeing strange and unexplored creatures? What do you think? Is this a man or a bear? By its stature, it looks like a bear. It is a strange creature with a black color. But as you investigate the details, you'll notice that it's holding a stick and wearing a cap. These signs make us believe that it is a human. The image sparks curiosity and speculation. You can definitely not miss this one. Have you seen an animal like a bear from the back and goat from the front? Well, if not, then take a look at this muscular mountain ghost. It's like a polar bear because of its bear-like shape and white color, but it has a face of a goat grazing in the wildlife. This contrast between a bear and a goat shows the wonders of nature. We've seen animals fighting with other animals, but let's see a battle of a deer with a plant. This video draws our attention to the deer with a plant stuck in its antlers. The deer tries its best to get rid of this problem, but it seems no success. Isn't it a beautiful scene to see? Look at this remarkable picture. Doesn't it spark curiosity? A bear-like creature stands on a single leg. Its face is indistinct. It remains a mystery with no distinct features. What secrets lie behind its hidden face? We're drawn into the mystery of this enigmatic creature. I know what the scientists say, that titanoboas have long been extinct. But how exactly do we explain this video? It's not edited, and the size of that thing isn't of a regular snake. It definitely was way bigger than any other. So if not a titanoboa, then what was it? If you ask me, I would say that these snakes are just as real as all of us. They just prefer to stay hidden rather than coming out. A fisherman was on his usual routine catching fish, throwing nets and all, and that is when he noticed something quite unusual lurking in the water. He took his camera out and started recording, and this is what the mystery creature was. A dark creature swimming near the coast of southeastern North Carolina. Was it an alligator, or maybe a whale? Or was it the infamous Loch Ness Monster? The identity of the being has remained unknown ever since. A few years back, a video surfaced on the internet that left everyone astounded. It wasn't just limited to social media buzz. Even the mainstream media couldn't stop discussing it. The footage featured a man from Siberia capturing a peculiar alien-like creature. While some people were inclined to believe its authenticity, others remained skeptical. However, upon observing the video, it appears unaltered, raising the possibility that this extraterrestrial being might have perished while attempting to seek warmth, presumably unaccustomed to Earth's freezing temperatures. A peculiar and minuscule creature resembling an extraterrestrial was discovered on a Sydney street. Its appearance bore a resemblance to a blend of a squid and an octopus. However, given its considerable distance from water, its presence there left everyone puzzled. Some speculate that it might be an embryo of a mysterious organism, yet the enigma of how it arrived in that location remains unanswered. The camera pans to a bizarre creature shrouded in darkness. Its sinewy body is adorned with countless writhing tentacles, resembling a nightmarish tangle of spaghetti. Oceanographers, trembling with excitement, identify it as the elusive Bathyphysa conifera, a name that fails to capture its eerie essence. This flying spaghetti monster drifts through the water, a haunting presence that challenges our understanding of marine life and leaves us with more questions than answers. In a chilling video gaining momentum online, a peculiar sight has emerged, captivating netizens worldwide. It reveals an otherworldly entity seemingly an alien, adorned with a human-like countenance. The footage, although dated, resurfaces with an alarming twist. Rumors spread that a perilous creature has fled Gujarat, wreaking havoc upon Rajasthan's unsuspecting farmers. The online realm buzzes with anxious deliberation, urging vigilance among agricultural communities. Recently, on Papamoa Beach, an enigmatic video emerged. Reports suggest the unveiling of unusual sea creatures resembling something alien. But fear not, for the mystery is solved. Experts now believe these beings to be gooseneck barnacles, nature's deceptive tricksters, weaving an eerie tapestry along the shores. This is the most worth-seeing sight when a bald eagle swoops down and hits a bear. The bald eagle was a mother of very young eaglets, and the bear was about to reach the nest. The bald eagle could not control his rage, so he overpowered the bear and attacked him. The bear was shunned for some time. It is never advisable to go near a nest, especially in spring, when baby birds have just hatched. Another hidden encounter happened when a cougar attacked an elk. The video footage of a cougar sneaking in and taking down a calf elk is mind-blowing. This action happened in milliseconds and was outside the trail camera's angle of view. However, later the carcass of a calf was found 15 feet away, straight downhill from where the cougar caught the elk. This was heart-wrenching to see, because the elk was not even disturbing the cougar. The trail camera witnessed another distressing scene, where the mountain lion is burying a bull elk. First, the mountain lion killed the elk and buried him under the mud. The whole process of concealing it is captured by the camera. The mountain lion ate the flesh of the elk and buried away the leftovers. It is one of the rarest videos in which a lion depicts a human-like character. Burying the dead is indeed not a normal habit of a lion. And here, we see a deer running away from some scary and unusual creature. It does not look like a normal animal you see in the wild. But then, what was it? A skinwalker? So that means they really are just lurking in the deepest and darkest regions, where humans can't find them easily, right? This image went viral on the internet a few years back. When the people saw it, they were all worried about the little girl wandering alone in the wild. And when the identity of the girl couldn't be verified as well, it all became an eerie mystery. However, some months after, the police came to know that the girl was actually visiting the area and was out with her grandpa, who the trail cam failed to capture. This picture is one of the clearest on the list, which isn't necessarily a good thing. We can easily make out from this picture that this is either a creature wearing a nightgown or an old woman walking around outside alone at night in her pajamas. Either way, it isn't good and is rather unsettling for anyone planning on traveling in the woods anytime soon. For those of you who think bears walking is something normal, wait till you see this one. This bear sparked a mystery in the whole of New Jersey when it was always seen walking upright. It is not something bears usually do, so some people were quick to say that it wasn't a bear, but something else. But then, after careful investigation of the matter, it was revealed that the bear had his front paw injured, and this was why it couldn't walk normally. This deer was captured by a trail cam, which a man placed because there were rumors about a skinwalker in the shape of a deer being seen by locals. But as the camera caught the deer, everything became clear. It wasn't a skinwalker, but just a poor deer with a weird mutation that happened to it. There's no way to know for sure if this is the infamous and elusive Bigfoot monster, but it certainly looks a lot like him. Then again, it could just be a human in a Bigfoot costume taking a walk in the middle of the woods. But with trail cameras being placed in the deepest areas, and this picture taken very late at night, anything can be possible. This photo was taken in Big Spring, Texas. At first glance, you might think this is just a normal picture capturing some wildlife, but unfortunately, it is not. There was something much more frightening that appeared. Once you notice the little girl all alone and the deer staring suspiciously at her, you'll get chills down your spine. Was it really a creature, or just some animal caught by the trail camera from a weird angle? Well, whatever it was, it gave every single person online chills when it was first posted. Some thought it was real, while others just dismissed it by saying it was fake. But let us tell you, it is a real picture. But of what? That we cannot say for sure. Not tired in the sense it needed rest, but tired in the sense that it was fed up with humans gathering around it like it was some sort of circus animal. So the gorilla did what a gorilla should do. It dragged the guide from his foot to a little distance just to show him and everyone else what the gorilla was capable of, and to stop testing his and his family's patience. I guess the guide never forgot what happened that day. We really hope that whoever placed this trail cam just accidentally placed it on the set of a zombie movie or show. If not, this is absolutely terrifying to think about. Is it a ghost of someone who was brutally murdered? Is there a real zombie in the woods somewhere just waiting to infect someone? And who's walking behind it? We don't know if this is an escaped murderer covered in blood, or an eccentric weirdo who's decided to paint himself like a cow and run around the woods at 1:02 in the morning. Is that the famous Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th? Or is it some murderer inspired by the character? This picture was taken in 2014, and the muscular man with a mask on and holding a machete looks like something straight out of a movie, don't you think? But the real question here is that what exactly was the man doing so deep in the woods all alone? And here we see a deer running away from some scary and unusual creature. It does not look like a normal animal you see in the wild. But then, what was it? A skinwalker? So that means they really are just lurking in the deepest and darkest regions, where humans can't find them easily, right? This image went viral on the internet a few years back. When the people saw it, they were all worried about the little girl wandering alone in the wild. And when the identity of the girl couldn't be verified as well, it all became an eerie mystery. However, some months after, the police came to know that the girl was actually visiting the area and was out with her grandpa, who the trail cam failed to capture. This picture is one of the clearest on the list, which isn't necessarily a good thing. We can easily make out from this picture that this is either a creature wearing a nightgown, or an old woman walking around outside alone at night in her pajamas. Either way, it isn't good, and is rather unsettling for anyone planning on traveling in the woods anytime soon. Thank you for watching the video till the end.
Explore these captivating trail cam moments, ranging from octopus encounters and strange nighttime sightings to eerie encounters and cryptid forest specters. The viral, unsettling videos that emerged overnight prompt contemplation about the mysteries of existence. Cryptic forest specter.
You see it? Mm-hmm. Oh wait, that's not a deer. What the devil is that?
In a dark forest at night, a secret video showed glowing eyes of a mysterious creature. The creature standing in the unknown, its eyes shining through the darkness. As the camera saw this strange being, the people filming struggled with not knowing, feeling confused. A ghostly figure appeared in the night, its glowing eyes shining strangely. The trees whispered a spooky mystery, and the leaves rustled with an eerie harmony. Was it a wild animal or a scary thing from nightmares? In the video, people disagreed about what the creature could be. Some thought it might be a powerful bear, while others feared it was a lion, a royal yet terrifying force hiding in the shadows.
I see you. Those eyes are wide, too.
The true identity of the creature stayed hidden in the dark. The creature's shape disappeared into the darkness, leaving only its glowing eyes. It stared at the camera, sending shivers down the spines of those trying to understand its mystery. In the middle of the night, where reality and strange things mixed, the video showed a scene of worry and fear. The mysterious creature, a hidden ghost, danced strangely with the camera. Its glowing eyes were like a doorway to something unknown. Without showing teeth or fur, it remained a mysterious part of the shadows, leaving its mark on the unknown.
Those are big eyes. Hello.
The haunting white mask. In a quiet, dimly lit room, something truly curious unfolded. A camera was exactly placed by a person, eager to capture any abnormal things. As the night settled in, the room was screened in an haunting silence, broken only by the casual rustling of leaves outdoors. Suddenly, a faded, ghostly face came up in the darkness, covered by a chilly white mask. It was a haunting sight, staring through the window like a mysterious apparition. The camera, strategically placed, caught this surreal moment, setting it in time. The man behind the camera watched in wonder, suspicious of what he'd just witnessed. Was it a prank, a ghostly encounter, or something else entirely? The mysterious figure outside remained a silent riddle, leaving the room filled with a disturbing air of the unknown. This strange event, captured on camera, left observers with a spine-clinking mystification to consider. Creepy spectral encounter. In the dark, spooky night, a creepy video showed up on a lonely road. Next to it was a scary park, keeping its secrets. A camera saw two ghosts appear. They were like light without any clear shape in the darkness. These ghostly things didn't follow the usual rules of being seen, but the camera was brave and caught them. They raced out of the mysterious park, moving super fast and blending into the night. When they got to the road, something strange pushed them ahead, and they glowed in a weird way. The camera, kind of forced to be part of this ghostly stuff, filmed them going to some unknown place. A weird, uneasy feeling filled the air as the ghosts vanished back into the darkness. Since they didn't really look like anything, it left everyone puzzled and a bit scared. This video wasn't just a normal recording. It was like a door to something we can't understand. A spooky reminder that sometimes the line between the living and the mysterious can be crossed. Each part of the video told a story of these strange ghosts, like a scary movie that played on people's fears. This strange meeting with things we can't explain stayed in people's minds, making them feel weird. The road, once just a regular place, now had seen something spooky hidden in the darkness. Proof that strange mysteries are out there when the world is covered in night. Eerie Bigfoot encounter.
Dude. That is massive.
In the dark woods at night, a mysterious video showed something big. The shadows in the video made it all spooky, like a secret dance. The night itself seemed to make it even more mysterious. In this video, you could see two glowing eyes in the dark. They belonged to a huge and mysterious creature, hiding in the shadows. People watching the video felt like they were part of a strange dance with something they couldn't understand. The dark woods turned into a weird stage, and the main character was the creature with glowing eyes. The video gave a quick look into a world of strange and unknown things.
Dude. That is massive.
And it made a strong impression on those who saw it. The creature, said to be the famous Bigfoot, stayed hidden in the darkness. You couldn't see its full shape because it stayed in the shadows. But those shining eyes told a story of something beyond what people could easily believe. It made the ones who saw it feel a bit scared and amazed at the same time. When the video ended, the mystery stayed in the air. A creepy feeling stuck with those who dared to explore the supernatural side of the woods. The glowing eyes of the hidden giant stayed in the memories of the people who saw the mysterious encounter in the dark forest.
You seen it on camera?
Cryptic night encounter. In the dark, a weird video showed a huge creature by a fence. It was big and mysterious, making everyone scared. We couldn't see its face well, but it gave us all the creeps. This strange giant stood there quietly, hidden in the night. We didn't know what it wanted, keeping its secrets in its giant shape. The night told secrets, and the scary creature made everyone feel uneasy. In a strange way, it jumped over the fence, sending a cold shiver through the night. We had no idea what happened next, too confusing for us to understand. The air felt weird, like something unknown was there. Hearts pounded, asking, what was this thing? Whispers in the wind told stories of a giant mystery that didn't make sense. Afterward, people couldn't forget that spooky night. The video, a scary reminder of something strange, kept its secrets. It left a chilling feeling for those brave enough to think about the mysterious creature. It became a strange story, like a ghost in our minds, making us wonder about things we couldn't understand. Dogman staring at the camera. In the woods during the day, the camera saw something mysterious. A dogman, a hidden creature among the trees. The camera focused on it, like an unblinking eye watching a secret dance between nature and this elusive being. As the camera got closer, the dogman's intentions became a mystery. It stared at the camera with a captivating gaze, as if trying to see into the person behind it. The mystery deepened, and the creature's true self remained hidden behind a blurry screen. When zoomed in, the video showed a confusing picture. Dogman's features were unclear, covered in the mystery of the forest. Was it a guardian spirit or an ancient forest creature with stories to tell? People who watched the video were confused. They wondered about the connection between the person filming and Dogman. Why did the Dogman choose that moment to show up? And what secrets lingered in the woods? The answer stayed quiet, a puzzle woven into the natural world. As the sounds of leaves carried away the memories of the encounter, the mystery of the daytime woods stayed, leaving a lasting mark on everyone's imagination, a dance of mysterious shadows caught in a brief moment of daylight magic. Cryptic midnight CCTV horror. Late at night, when it was really dark, cameras that watched everything silently saw something strange. A camera, like a watchman in the shadows, showed a scary story. A thing, not completely a person and not really like a dog, appeared when it was not very bright. How it moved was weird. Like a mix of a person and a dog that didn't follow normal rules. This strange thing walked through all the cameras one by one at the same time. Shadows danced around it, making it look even stranger. The cameras watched it closely, making everyone feel like it was everywhere at once. The video, with an unusual light, showed something really scary. The thing, covered in darkness and mystery, moved strangely, and we couldn't tell what it wanted from the strange, unclear images. A creepy sound whispered through the security system, confusing even the smartest watchers. People got scared because of this mysterious thing. The town, feeling nervous and worried, tried to understand what it was. People talked quietly, guessing and feeling scared like a ghost was around. There were many questions, like a puzzle waiting to be solved. Who or what this strange thing was, and why it was doing something so mysterious at midnight. In the middle of the night, the weird and scary video kept making everyone think about it, leaving behind a picture of fear mixed with things we didn't know. The mystery stayed, like a puzzling ghost in the videos, making its strange mark on the stories we couldn't explain. A creepy image. In the quiet darkness of a moonlit night, a chilly image was captured by a camera ready to shoot shivers down your spine. Imagine a spooky girl with penetrating stone-alike eyes, their cold eye appearing to enter your identical soul. Her bony, twisted fingers reach out as if gesturing you into the unknown. Her long, untidy hair falls around her like a crazy dark fall, hiding her face in dark. She's dressed in a ragged and ghostly wear, a spectral figure that haunts the points of your worst nightmares. As the camera lens captured this creepy vision, the melody raised heavily with an unexplainable fear. It's a sight that lingers in your mind, haunting your visions and making you challenge the boundaries between the real and the supernatural. Watch with caution, for this image holds a tale of the paranormal, ready to send chills down your spine and leave you questioning the effects that go bump in the darkness. Cryptic paranormal nightmare. Late at night, a spooky video shows a dark room. A girl is sleeping on her bed, not knowing something strange is about to happen. Suddenly, the door opens by itself, making a creepy sound. The chair starts moving on its own, like it's dancing in a weird way. Then, a ball flies out of the cupboard without anyone touching it, breaking the normal rules. The room gets flashes of bright light, like thunder lighting it up. But the girl keeps sleeping, not aware of what's going on. Weird things continue. Her stuff falls everywhere, books make a mess, and a painting on the wall shakes. Everything changes in the room like a spooky wave passing through. The blanket that covered the girl is now on the floor. The door closes by itself, trapping the strange happenings inside. Even with all this chaos, the girl stays asleep like a princess in a scary dream. The strange and spooky scene plays out, like a mysterious dance of weird things happening where you can't see them. It was really a cryptid and scary scene, and it left everyone scared about the things that happened in that room. Nobody knew who was doing this and what his purpose behind doing all this creepy stuff. Angry lioness. This video shows one of the most rare sightings ever captured on camera. In the beginning, we see a lion behind a huge rock, and suddenly it is attacked by a lioness whom it went close to. The lioness growls at him and attacks him with her claws. The lion looks terrified and tries to run away, but the mighty lioness does not let him run without clawing his face off. It is one of the most incredible sightings captured on camera. Imagine the king of the jungle being attacked by his own queen. It sounds hilarious and terrifying at the same time. What do you think about it? Wolves attacking the hare. In the bright daytime, a strange event happened on an empty field. A video showed two wolves chasing a little hare. The wolves were like hidden shadows, and their reasons were unclear. The hare, feeling danger, ran as fast as it could to stay safe. One wolf tried to grab the hare's tail, but the hare quickly changed direction, escaping its grasp. The chase continued, like a game of life and death under the sun. One wolf was eager to catch the hare, showing its sharp teeth and mean eyes. The hare surprised everyone by swiftly changing its path, avoiding capture. The wolves were relentless, like determined hunters. They tried to catch the hare with every jump and move, but the clever hare used zigzag moves to confuse them, like a secret dance with the wolves. As the chase went on, it became more mysterious. The hare's graceful escape mixed with the wolves' fierce chase created a suspenseful story. The sun watched, creating strange shadows and bright spots in this thrilling drama. In the end, the hare managed to escape, slipping away from the wolves' jaws. This mysterious video left us with a captivating and eerie image of a world where life and death played an enigmatic game in the wild. Deer at night. In the quiet of the night, deep within the heart of the forest, a curious and graceful animal came up from the darkness. The forest was dark, but the moon's soft light filtered through the leaves, disclosing the mysterious visitor. This graceful being with eyes like stars moved quietly, each step a delicate formel on the forest floor. Little did it know, a quiet guard was observing. A trail camera, like a silent guard, captured the deer's every move. It stood still for a moment, its delicate figure lightened by the camera's flash. The image was like a secret between the forest and technology, a brief look into the life of this attractive forest inhabitant. The night continued, and the deer disappeared into the depths of the woods, leaving behind only a memory on the trail cam, a memory to be participated in, a story to be told, a moment to be loved in the peaceful beauty of the forest at night. Mysterious box unveiled. In the bright daylight, there were lots of sealed boxes. No one knew what was inside them. Something strange happened. A box started shaking by itself, making waves in the quiet scene. The air felt weird, like ordinary things were turning into something special. Nobody could understand what was going on. The small box throbbed with a strange beat, breaking the usual silence. Each shake seemed to tell a mysterious story, known only to that hidden space. A man, maybe chosen by luck, threw the box aside with his foot, but the mystery stuck around, blending into the unknown. The box found a new spot but still buzzed with curiosity. People couldn't look away from the moved box. Silence hung in the air, mixed with confusion. Even though it got pushed away, the strange happening left a mark on the ordinary day. People talked quietly, trying to figure out the unanswered questions. After this strange dance, the truth stayed hidden, covered by the unexplainable. The mysterious moment stayed in everyone's thoughts, like a puzzle waiting to be solved, a story waiting for someone curious to reveal the secrets in that odd box's vibrations. Giant wolf! In the dark, something strange happened. A big video showed a giant wolf coming out of the shadows. Its eyes were shining mysteriously. The air felt weird and scary as the wolf moved. Like a mysterious dance in the dark. The wolf walked in a tricky way, making it even more mysterious. People watching couldn't move, feeling a scary cold. The wolf looked like a ghost in the night, moving in a strange and graceful way, different from its scary look. People watching got scared, and a shiver went through everyone as the mystery continued. When the wolf got close to the road, the air felt like something unseen was happening. Nobody knew why the wolf was there or what it wanted. Every moment was filled with a feeling of not knowing, like a strange story in the spooky scene. Nobody dared to figure out what the wolf wanted. The video showed something we couldn't explain, like a secret message from the shadows. People stayed confused and curious, like a never-ending puzzle. In that scary night, the mystery stayed, leaving a strong memory in everyone's mind, always remembered as something unknown. Mysterious lioness encounter. In the daytime bushes, something strange happened. There's a video of people and a lioness in a vehicle. It's weird because you don't expect a wild lioness in a car. The people around the lioness act like it's normal, not scared at all. It's like they're friends with the lioness, which makes it even more puzzling. Are they just watching the wild show? Or do they know something mysterious? The video feels creepy, like a spooky scene. But the strange part is that the people don't look scared. They look used to it, like it happens often. It's a mix of normal and weird that messes with your mind. Even though you see it in the video, the real reason for this bizarre meeting stays hidden. People talk and guess, but the mystery stays. It's like a secret meeting with the unknown, caught in a short video that leaves you feeling uneasy, like a strange picture you can't forget.
Поехали кататься. Вау.
Mysterious mountain goat. In the bright daytime up in the quiet mountains, something mysterious happened. A special video showed a powerful white mountain goat walking through the trees. It looked healthier and stronger than regular goats, standing out with its shiny white fur. This strange creature moved gracefully among the trees, as if it held some special power. It was different, not like the usual goats you'd find. Its white coat seemed to glow, catching the light like magic. It made people wonder, why was this exceptional goat in those mountains? What was it up to? The mountains stayed silent, keeping their secrets, and the video just made people guess. Was the goat guarding ancient secrets, predicting unseen things, or just wandering without a clear destination. The video left everyone puzzled, making this mysterious moment a lasting memory in the story of unknown things. In the quiet mountains, the strange goat became a puzzle, a temporary keeper of secrets, making people everywhere curious about the hidden wonders of nature. A black wild cat. Once upon a time, in a big green forest, being extraordinary occurred. Imagine this wild, quiet place where all kinds of animals lived. Deep in the heart of the woods, under the warm, golden sun, a rare and mysterious animal called a jaguarundi appeared. The jaguarundi isn't like a big, fierce jungle cat, but rather a lower, more slippery one. It moves gracefully with a polished body and a long, elegant tail. Its fur is a unique mix of colors, like a blend of red, brown, and slate. This jungle ninja floated the forest with a secret grace, nearly like a shadow. But what made this day special was the rare footage captured by a lucky adventurer. They were quietly staying, camera in hand, and suddenly there it was, the jaguarundi in all its glory. With eyes wide and full of wonder, the camera rolled, catching this mystical fealty on film. In that moment, the timber brooded its secrets, and the jaguarundi's rare appearance became a magical tale for all to see, a regard into the isolated treasures of the wild. The black polar bear. In the core of a weedy, mysterious jungle, one dark and stormy night, something exceptional occurred. Imagine a gigantic black polar bear, far from its icy home, stumbling through deep, sticky mud. The rain poured down relentlessly, creating a balance of drops that sounded through the thick greenery. As the bear tramped through the muddy field, it sounded out of place, a true mystery in this tropical world. Its black fur flashed under the moonlight, differing with the flourishing greenery of the jungle. The bear's movements were slow and thoughtful, each step leaving a deep trace in the mud, evidence of its power and royalty. Unknown to the bear, hidden among the trees, a silent watcher captured this real moment on a trail camera. The camera's lens caught every detail, making this special encounter a tale to be participated in with the world. Nature's riddles are endless, and this is just one of the numerous phenomena that unfold in the quiet corners of our Earth. Mysterious python swallows pet. In the bright daytime, a hidden camera caught something super strange in a regular home. There was a loud cry for help, and it got everyone pretty rattled. A mysterious rescue squad showed up, all sneaky like ghostly protectors. They found a huge python that had eaten the family cat, which was a real heartbreaker. The rescue folks, even though they were scared, cautiously got closer to the snake. They talked to the snake and somehow convinced it to give up its feline feast. Time felt like it was standing still as the python coughed up the cat, which was a pretty weird sight. The cat came out looking alive, not like you'd expect after that ordeal. The family was overjoyed, but they couldn't forget the question that kept bugging them. How on earth did the python manage to gobble up the whole cat, and what other secrets were hidden on that bizarre day? The beer rings the doorbell. One spooky night out in the wild woods, there was a curious bear on the prowl. This furry friend had a freak glamour for doorbells. Little did anyone know that a trail camera had its open-eyed eye on the scene. As the moon cast creepy dark, the bear approached a lonely house. In the pitch-black night, it reared up on its hind legs like a big, light jumbo, and with a heavy paw, it reached out to press the doorbell. It was a bit like a big, furry cutlet poking at the button. The trail camera, hidden hard, snapped a print just in time to capture this unforeseen moment. The bear's sportful curiosity, or maybe its mischievous intentions, were a riddle, but the image revealed a humorous side of nature. The house, unknowing of the darkness caller, stayed quiet as the bear's bell-ringing adventure came to an end. This strange but fascinating event was a remembrance of the surprising encounters that can be in the wild, indeed when we least await it. Creepy creature. The trail camera captured a glimpse of a creature from the night in the middle of the forest. With an uncanny presence, the creature emerged from the shadows and swiftly disappearing in the darkness again after showing itself in the moonlight for a few seconds. It can be seen glowing in the darkness of the night. Many spectators say that it was an otter roaming around in the woods in the night. However, it does look like a mini-sized dinosaur running through the woods at night. What do you think this creature is? Snake in the house. This video was captured by a homeowner whose home was invaded by an unexpected intruder, a python. The snake can be seen staring at the man who lies on his bed while recording the video. Now it is not sure whether the snake is his pet or not, but the video is one of the creepiest sightings ever. The eyes of the python are glowing in the dark, and its huge size and long body is one of its scariest features. The huge serpent keeps staring at the man with its glowy eyes. What would you do if a python invaded your home? Share in the comments down below. Monkey feast. A cheeky young monkey lounges on a rock by the beautiful stream, enjoying and feasting on ripe mangoes. The monkey is twice the size of the normal monkey of its kind, and still doesn't seem to want to diet. It skillfully peels the mango with its little fingers and nibbles on it while enjoying the view. Some more leftovers of mangoes can be seen around him, making it clear that this isn't the first mango it's eating. This is one of the cutest videos ever captured in the wild. Colorful feathers. Imagine this gorgeous hen, a brilliantly colored feathered work of art. Its body is covered in a symphony of hues. Vivid black and sunny yellows move over its feathers like paintbrush strokes on a canvas. Its glossy plumage is caressed by the sunlight, creating a glittering spectacle. The minute features are brought to life when it rests elegantly on a rock. Those round yellow eyes capture the essence of the creativity of nature, telling tales of curiosity and intelligence. The bird's feathers gleam in the sunlight, and the bright colors capture the spectator's attention in a glimpse. These beautifully colored hens are one of the rarest species of birds in the world. What do you think about them? Mysterious video of a huge snake. In a really old farmhouse way out in a distant village, something strange happened during the day. A weird video popped up showing something mysterious that left everyone who watched it very puzzled. Right in the middle of the video, there was a massive snake. It looked as scary as the village's hidden past. This snake was tied up to a worn-out pillar with some invisible ropes. Its huge size made everyone uncomfortable, like it came from a legend and was now in their hands. People in the village whispered that they might have done this, tied the snake up. But where this snake came from remained a big mystery. It showed up out of nowhere, like a ghostly protector or an omen, and no one could figure out why. The snake had shiny silver scales with dark lines on them. These lines seemed to move in a creepy way, like they had some strange power. Being near it made people feel uneasy, and a cold feeling crept over them. As the video played again and again, more and more questions filled the minds of the villagers and anyone who saw it. The old farmhouse, which already held so many secrets, now had a new puzzle. It both fascinated and frightened everyone, all under the strange gaze of the ancient snake. octopus encounter. The video shows a giant Pacific octopus being released back into the ocean. Have you ever seen a creature this slimy? The body of the creature looks like jelly being smeared all over the floor. Its tentacles spread on all sides of its body, making it look even creepier. We can see it slithering on the floor until it reaches the edge of the boat and then jumps into the water. This is one of the most incredible videos ever captured. The huge head of the octopus is clearly visible, and its eyes can also be seen. Another thing to ponder about is that when the man touches the animal, it does not harm it in any way, while octopuses are considered to be dangerous and creepy sea creatures. Mystic Shearing unveiled cute entity. In the daytime video, there was a strange sight. A black sheep covered in dark wool, almost like a shadow creature. It looked chubby, like a big potato with fuzzy fur all over. Someone, like a protector, showed up to take care of this mysterious creature. She carefully started cutting the wool in a special way, like doing a magical ceremony. The sheep, a big mystery, made it a tough job. Not easy for someone who's scared. But surprisingly, the creature stayed calm, as if it knew something magical was about to happen. During the cutting, a kind of magical dance happened between the person and the mysterious creature. As time passed, something magical occurred. The cutting turned the mysterious creature into an adorable, cute being. What was once hidden in shadows now stood in the daylight, looking innocent and new. In the mix of light and dark, the black sheep, now without its mysterious look, showed how special the cutting journey was. It went beyond just making it neat. It became a magical experience. Fiddler crab. On a sunny beach where the sun touched everything with gold, something secret happened. Imagine the sand telling stories to the waves. In this story, a special character appeared, a male fiddler crab. It danced alone like a mysterious dancer painting a picture on the sandy stage. The crab had strange claws, not the same on both sides. These claws were like tools with a hidden purpose, known only to the secrets of the coast. As it danced, the crab moved across the sand, maybe enjoying the feel of tiny grains beneath its small claws. Those uneven claws spoke a secret language, calling friends quietly and warning others to stay away. Dressed in colors of orange and white, the crab showed its mysterious charm. It was both cute and puzzling as it moved with a special rhythm along the shore. Each step in its dance was like a brushstroke in a painting of survival. Looking innocent, but hiding strength in its claws. As the mysterious dance continued, the crab seemed to talk with special moves. Only the creatures of the beach could understand this secret language, where friendships and fights were written in the shifting sand. The dance spoke about finding balance, being attractive and staying safe, showing a kind side behind its cute appearance. In this beach play, the fiddler crab was a mystery. Its odd ways went beyond ordinary, giving us a peek into the secret world of survival. Charm and danger walked together in its dance. So, under the sun's eyes, the fiddler crab's mysterious show went on, leaving behind a beach filled with wonder. Mysterious sloth's enigmatic dance. In the woods, a hidden video popped up during the day. It showed a sloth hanging upside down on a tree. This sloth was different. It felt mysterious, like a secret keeper in the greenery. The sloth's shape, a mix of light and dark, said more than just what you could see. It had weird things on its limbs, long nails like ancient stories. The forest was quiet, as if it knew about the sloth's hidden performance, letting nature's odd story happen. In a dance of shadows, the sloth seemed to have a magical itch. Its big, strange nails played a soft tune over his body, like a gentle spell. It was continuously scratching his hands and his face. It was a strange feeling. Sunlight, playing hide-and-seek with leaves, made the sloth's secret dance even more magical. It was like a special performance where normal things mixed with mystery. The whole forest took a breath, surprised by something not easy to understand. In the forest's time story, the brown-throated sloth hung upside down, keeping secrets. The camera, just a regular watcher, only got a quick look at this magical connection between the sloth and the world. A short, special moment always remembered in nature's puzzles. Cryptic skull movement. In a strange video during the day, there were a lot of lifeless skulls hanging on a metal grill over a small wall. They looked eerie, like they were frozen in a weird dance in the bright light. All the skulls had their faces turned away except for one. It was looking out, as if trying to escape from the spooky group. Then, a woman came and tried to make the skulls line up properly, but once she left, something weird happened. The one skull that was fixed earlier started moving on its own, like it had a mind of its own. It felt like there was some kind of magic in the air, making people wonder if ghosts were playing a strange game or if something mysterious was happening to these lifeless skulls. This strange scene raised many questions. Shadows whispered secrets, and the way the skull moved hinted at something beyond what makes sense. When the video ended, the mystery hung in the air, making people think about strange forces that might exist between what we can touch and what we can't. It was like looking into a world where things we don't understand mix with the real world, making us think about the weird and unsettling things that might be out there. Mysterious nighttime spider climbing. In the dark, a secret video showed a huge spider-like thing climbing a tall building. It was mysterious and nobody knew where it came from. The video was not very clear, making the scene even more strange. The spider creature moved up the building in a creepy way, giving everyone a scary feeling. People talked about it, wondering where this creature came from. No one saw it before, and it wasn't like any normal spider. It was too big, making everyone scared as they watched it climb the building. The darkness helped hide the creature's secrets. People asked if it was from a dark place, or if it was a strange thing born from the shadows of the city. The video showed the spider moving like a scary dance against the city lights, making everyone who saw it feel afraid. After the video came out, the city felt uneasy. People realized something very strange had happened. The memory of the spider climbing the building stayed in the minds of those who saw it, like a scary picture in their bad dreams. Lions eating hippo carcass. In the daytime, in the bushes, something spooky happened. A video showed a dead hippo covered in red. Two hungry lions were sitting nearby, eating its face. People didn't know why the hippo died. Did the lions do it, or was something else there? The air had scary stories from the wild. What made this terrible scene happen? Were the lions to blame, or was there a hidden mysterious thing making it all go wrong? The hippo, once innocent, lay in the harsh light of day, its secrets hidden in the quiet of nature. The hungry lions, maybe partners in crime or just unknowing players, ate the clues. Questions lingered, echoing through the wild's guessing game. While the video played, the world outside didn't know the scary show in the bushes. The secret stuck to the scene like a ghost, a truth slipping away from those trying to get it. What dark story played in the hidden bush theater? The mystery stayed, covered in the whispers of the wind and the lions' spooky looks, keepers of a secret only nature could understand.
Yeah.
Fight of two giant bears. Once upon a time, deep in the heart of a wild and untamed jungle, two massive, black, furry grizzly bears set up themselves locked in a ferocious and roaring showdown. The sun was shining brightly above, casting dappled shafts through the thick cover of trees onto the jungle bottom. Both bears, snorting and growling, were locked in a battle of strength and will. They stood on their hind legs, their claws glinting in the sun as they swiped and roared at each other. The earth vibrated beneath their strong paws. Each bear was determined to prove their dominance over this lush and mysterious home. Leaves rustled and branches shook as they collided, transferring echoes of their ferocious fight through the jungle. The birds in the trees took to the sky, their bodies beating in an unmelodious delirium. Other creatures galloped down, fleeing the explosive spectacle of these giants colliding. As the day wore on, the battle raged, a true test of muscle and flexibility. The jungle bore evidence to this grand struggle, and only time would tell which bear would crop as the sovereign of this untamed area. Baby sloth reunited with its mother. Video showed that in a special forest, during the daytime, something magical happened. Someone appeared, holding a tiny baby sloth in his hand like a secret. The leaves whispered as this caretaker moved through the shady forest, a guardian of a hidden story. Among the old trees, the mom sloth who ruled the treetops stood quietly. Her wise eyes saw the reunion coming, just like the wind had whispered. The secret exchange began, passing the little life from one hug to another. Hidden observers in the leaves saw a beautiful scene, filled with curiosity and admiration. The mom sloth had been waiting patiently for her baby to come back. This special reunion became a part of the forest's memory. Leaving everyone who saw it captivated by the mysterious dance of life under the green trees. In that quick moment, the forest shared its secrets, inviting anyone curious enough to look in and see the peaceful dance of life. The memory of this meeting stayed like a quiet story, passed along from leaf to leaf, making sure the special dance between mom and baby sloth stayed alive in the wild. Night forest, ghostly cries. In the dark forest at night, something scary happened. A person in a car recorded it with their camera. The video felt strange, like it had a spooky power. From the hidden parts of the forest, a weird cry echoed. It sounded like a sad woman, but you couldn't see her. The video made it all mysterious. As the video played, it made the air feel heavy and scary. The woman's cries mixed with the forest sounds, making it hard to tell what was real. It felt like the living and the ghostly were all mixed up. The car in the middle of the wild saw everything. The people inside felt both interested and scared. The normal world seemed to break as the cries echoed, making a strange scene. No face came with the sad cries, so you didn't know if it was a real woman or a ghost. The answer stayed a mystery, making everyone who saw it feel unsure. From the deep part of the dark forest, the scary sounds marked the minds of those who watched. It sent shivers down their spines, showing how creepy things can hide in the night. Giant snake. In a regular house during the day, a secret video showed something strange. A really big snake was hiding behind the room's roof. It was so big that it scared everyone. Suddenly, the snake broke the roof and showed itself completely. It was long and wide, making everyone feel really scared. No one knew where this snake came from. This huge snake did mysterious things, like a dance with the roof. It was like a magic show, and it surprised everyone watching the video. The snake was like a king in the room, making everything else seem not important. People watching couldn't believe their eyes. It was so strange and big that it gave them chills. When the roof broke, it was like a secret being revealed. Everyone watching was curious about where this giant snake came from. It was like a big question in the air. Where did the snake come from? And what secrets did it bring with it? This mysterious moment was like a strange and confusing picture. The snake, like a ghost, left a strong mark on everyone's thoughts. In the quiet house, people kept thinking about the strange encounter. The big question stayed in the air. Where did the snake appear from and what secrets did it have? gray owls. A magical video shows an old forest with a wise gray owl and its 2 babies. The owl is big and looks cute with lots of soft feathers. Gray owls are the biggest owls on Earth. They live in the daytime, which is unusual for owls. The video makes the forest seem mysterious. The owl is like a guardian of the ancient trees. The babies stay close, hidden in the shadows. It's like a living memory of the past, seen in the patterns on tree bark. In the video, the owl watches over its babies, keeping them safe from things we can't see in the sunlight. It's like a story in nature, a family tale told without words. The owl's eyes show it knows things from a long time ago, like a wise storyteller. Even in the daylight, the owl keeps its mystery, defying the usual rules. The video lets us join the owl in protecting its family. It's a quiet adventure in the woods, with the owl guarding against hidden dangers in the sunlight. The gray owl isn't just a bird of the day. It's a magical guardian, keeping secrets woven into its feathers. The ancient woods whisper their mysteries, inviting anyone curious enough to explore the enigma of the gray owl and its family. The crazy deer. Once upon a time in the deep forest, there lived a deer family. They were a close-knit bunch, always looking out for one another. But one day, something strange occurred to one of the deer. This deer, who was usually calm and gentle, suddenly began to act in an unusual way. It all started when the deer accidentally hit another family member. Rather than just apologizing and moving on, the deer began to hit them. It was a shocking sight. The other family members were bewildered and did not understand what was going on. As the days went by, the abnormal actions continued. The deer would hit anyone who came near, causing fear among the family. They did not know what had changed their cherished family member into such a troublemaker. The formerly peaceful family was now in disquiet. The deer family tried to talk to the worried deer, but it was as if they could not reach them. They desperately searched for a way to help their worried family members and bring back the harmony they formerly enjoyed in the deep forest. Alpine ibex in the mountains. In the classy mountains, a powerful animal with long, twisted horns roams freely. As the camera follows this glorious animal, you can see its thick brown fur, which keeps it warm in the cold alpine air. Its strong legs easily carry it up to bold pitches and rocky scarps. As it trots along the tough area, being unique catches its concentration. The ibex stops and begins to scratch its body using its enormous spiral-structured horns. It's a remarkable sight, those twisted attachments, originally a symbol of strength and protection, now serving as an informal tail scrape. The animal's movements are graceful and thoughtful, showing its nimbleness and adaptation to the harsh mountain life. Its journey through this fresh nature is an evidence to nature's unbelievable creations, where indeed the putatively ordinary can come extraordinary. Watch and wonder as this alpine habitat continues its daily adventures in the high-altitude walk of the mountains. Bobcat encounter. In a forested scene, a robust bobcat aggressively pounces, targeting a man's facial region with violence. After the unsettling encounter, the man documents the aftermath on video. Astonishingly, he captures footage of himself holding the once aggressive bobcat in his hand. Notably, the video showcases the creature's significant dental structures, underscoring the impressive size and form of its teeth.
Look at that beauty. The big teethers on her.
This unusual and daring incident sheds light on the captivating behavior of wildlife in its natural habitat, offering a unique glimpse into the complex relationship between humans and the untamed creatures that inhabit the wild. Giant wolf. In a deep, dark forest where the high trees rumored secrets and the leaves rustled like whispers, a great big wolf prowled. This wolf was massive, with sharp teeth like daggers and eyes that shimmered with hunger. The wolf's fur was as dark as the night, and its breath started like fog. One sunny day, a little doggy, much lower than the giant wolf, was playing in the forest. The doggy's fur was a blend of brown and white, and its tail wagged with excitement as it explored the forest land. But also, in an unforeseen and fearful moment, the big wolf charged at the little doggy. The doggy's heart pounded and it barked in fear. The forest echoed with the wolf's fierce growls, and the ground shook with its heavy way. The little canine's instincts accepted in, and it ran as quickly as its bitsy legs could carry it, contending through the trees and springing over backwoods. The chase continued through the woods with the big wolf hot on the doggy's tail. It was a heart-pounding race between a giant wolf and a small, clever survivor in the wild. A giant black animal. Once upon a time, in a big, wild place, there lived a giant black animal with shaggy fur, nearly like a massive buffalo. This strong beast floated freely through the vast lands, where the trees reached for the sky and the field was as high as a person. One sunny day, this enormous black creature tramped its way toward a strange appliance, a shining and noisy vehicle that did not belong in the wild. Its dark eyes twinkled with curiosity as it approached. The heavy animal lowered its colossal head, and with its immense strength, it gently began to rub its furry head against the side of the vehicle. It was as if the creature set up a new friend in this machine from another world. The vehicle, with its hard essence face, varied starkly with the animal's soft, thick fur. The giant black creature's behavior were a mix of riddle and wonder, as if it was trying to figure out the strange object. This unusual scrape between the wild and the mechanical was a testament to the beauty of nature's curiosity and its capability to accommodate and explore the strange. A big cat. In the core of the wild jungle, a heavy, mysterious cat prowled in the moonlight. Its strong body moved quietly through the thick greenery, its golden eyes flashing with a mix of curiosity and secret. Something had started a trail camera set up in the dark of the night, capturing this graceful animal's every move. As we watch and wonder, the big cat's spotted fur blends seamlessly with the spotted moonlight filtering through the jungle cover. With each step, it leaves a trace of suspense and wonder. What's it searching for? The jungle's secrets, maybe? A night snack, possibly? Or is it on a journey to keep its habitat, the watcher of this untamed walk? The air is thick with expectation as we follow the big cat's journey, caught on this quiet camera, giving us a rare look into the mysterious world of the jungle after dark. Stay tuned as we reveal the secrets of this fascinating and elusive animal's nighttime adventures. Lion's attack on giraffe. Once upon a time, in a land of high rocky mountains, there was a peaceful giraffe just minding its own business. The giraffe was walking through the rugged terrain, looking for some appetizing breaks to munch on. It was a bright and sunny day, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of wildflowers. But suddenly, a growl echoed through the mountains, and a group of fierce lions surfaced from the rocky checks. The lions had spotted the giraffe, and hunger lustered in their eyes. They approached the giraffe with a stealthy way, their strong bodies hidden among the brilliance. The giraffe, seeing danger, tried to run, but the rocky terrain made it delicate. The lions were determined in their pursuit, and they circled the giraffe, their roars filling the air. The giraffe, with its long legs, protested and tried to defend itself, but the lions were determined to catch their mess. The giraffe's heart competed as it faced this dangerous moment in the Rocky Mountains, encircled by empty lions. The battle between the giraffe and the lions was a fierce struggle for survival in the wild, untamed nature. A hungry monkey. Once upon a time, in a big, hot desert, there was actually an empty monkey. The sun was shining so brightly that the sand felt like a hot roaster. The monkey's abdomen rolled loudly, and he could not ignore his hunger any longer. With his little monkey hands, he dug into the hot beach, looking for being to eat. At first, all he set up were some dry sticks and rocks, but he did not give up. He knew that the desert had secrets hidden deep beneath the beach. Also, after some digging and forbearance, he set up a secret treasure, a juicy, ripe cactus fruit. The fruit was a bright orange color and looked so appetizing. The monkey could not believe his luck. His eyes sparkled with joy as he plucked the fruit from the cactus and bit into it. The sweet and juicy meat cooled his parched throat, and he savored every bite. With each bite, the monkey's hunger sluggishly evaporated, and he felt a renewed energy. He knew he'd set up a mess fit for a desert king, and he enjoyed every last bit of that delicious cactus fruit. The monkey, now gratified and full, lay back in the shade of the cactus, appreciative for his desert feast. The wolf attack on a man. Once upon a time, there was a cameraman on an instigative adventure deep in the wild. He was on a charge to capture the fugitive and mysterious wolves on film. With his camera ready and heart pounding with excitement, he ventured into the desert. After hours of patient waiting, he eventually stumbled upon a quiet cave. To his amazement, inside the cave were a mama wolf and her bitsy, lovable babies. The cameraman could not believe his luck, and he sluggishly moved closer to get the perfect shot. But as he inched nearer, the mama wolf grew nervous and defensive. In an unforeseen, fearful moment, she attacked the cameraman, teeth disclosed and growling. He realized he'd come too close, too quickly, and the wolf was only trying to defend her precious pups. In a frantic struggle, the cameraman fought to cover himself, trying not to harm the wolf. Ultimately, he managed to retreat safely, shaken, but alive. It was a lesson learned about considering the wild and the significance of keeping a safe distance from its habitants. Snake's meal. Once upon a time, in the bright light of day, an empty and cunning snake crawled quietly through the ground. Its body moved like a curled swash, blending with the green world around it. The snake's eyes were fixated on a breathless critter lying on the ground. The animal was no longer alive, and the snake, with its sharp, sharp mouth, was determined to have a mess. With a fleet flicker of its black lingo, the snake tasted the air, trying to describe any peril hard. It was like a stealthy operative, making sure no bone could catch it while it had its mess. As the snake approached the still body, its jaws opened wide, revealing its threatening fangs. It inched closer, calculating its move, and also, with a lightning-fast strike, it sank its teeth into the breathless animal's meat. The snake's jaw locked onto its prey, and it began to sluggishly consume the mess. Its black lingo continued to flutter out, tasting the success of its search. In the bright daylight, the snake's survival instincts accepted in, and it flavored its mess, knowing it had prevailed in the circle of life. Lion killed the cheetah. Once upon a time, on a bright and sunny day, there was a big, strong lion and a fast, spotted cheetah. They both lived on a farm with lots of creatures. The lion and the cheetah were always trying to prove who was the powerful. One day, the captain and the cheetah had a big fight. The captain was actually strong, with sharp teeth and strong muscles. He roared loudly and showed his strength. The cheetah, on the other hand, was quick and graceful. She ran around trying to outsmart the lion. In the end, after a fierce battle, the lion managed to catch the cheetah. With a strong swipe of his paw, he defeated the cheetah. It was a tough day for the ranch, as the lion had shown his strength and won the battle. The other creatures watched in astonishment as the lion proved his dominance, but they also felt sad for the courageous cheetah. This day became a part of the farm's history, a day when the lion showed his power, and the cheetah's spirit faded from memory. Thank you for coming along on this spooky adventure with us. Subscribe to our channel if you want more spine-chilling stories and hair-raising encounters. And remember to set that notification bell to ensure you get all the updates on our fascinating adventures.